Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Hollywood After Dark, episode number 48 for the 11th of August, 2021. Tonight, boy, Grace Randolph really gets her foot in her mouth as always. And of course, the new Prisoners of the Ghostland trailer. And actually a whole shitload more, like a lot more. Oh my God, tonight's going to be crazy. Let's talk about it right now. Hey, what's going on, everyone? How y'all doing? Welcome to the program tonight. I am Matt Jarbo, the host of whatever the fuck this is called, Hollywood After Dark. I don't know anymore. It's 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm joined by Annie as always, and of course now RJ has popped into the stream. How are you both doing on this warm August Eve?
I'm doing pretty good. You know, it's been a long day full of lots of nonsense, and I've rewatched the What If episode a couple times. We did that review together, which is pretty cool. Go check that out on the Real Board channel. I don't know if you plugged that yet, but yeah.
I haven't plugged it yet, no. But I'll plug it right now. So if you've seen the What If episode and you want to hear RJ and I talk about it for about 20 minutes, head on over to Real Board. You can find the link, I believe, in the video description, and you can check it out over there. We go through it pretty well. I really enjoyed the episode. Obviously, so did RJ. I watched it again today as well. I really liked it. But the one thing I put out that I am really wanting to get some more feedback on is I did the District 9 episode of Patio Commentary last night, which is up on youtube.com/Patio Commentary. Tried a bit of a new format with it, just testing out a couple things, looking to see if anyone can give me some feedback. I know that sounds like, whatever, but it always helps out because I really enjoy doing it, but I don't want to say like I'm self-conscious over it, but I kind of sometimes get that way, you know what I mean? Where it's like I look at it one way and then other people might view it entirely differently. So that of course is that. But let's also give a quick shout out here to the channel members. You guys are pretty great, helping keeping the channel afloat. You guys are fantastic. I really appreciate you all. If you want to get your name on this list, it's very easy to do. You can just become a channel member below. And if you want to win this month's giveaway, which is a 4K, that's right, folks, 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray and digital code of Howard the Duck. If you haven't seen Duck Titties in 4K, you haven't lived, my friends. All you got to do is drop a super chat, become a member, or join the Patreon. All that good, happy, fun stuff is this end of the month. So you got like 20 more days. So there we go. And that's my shilling. That is my shilling for the show. And Mad Max the Mandalorian is now joining us.
Hey,
what up, Maz?
You've got it down to a science now, dude. The shilling. It's just like,
well,
whoa, holy shit.
There are people that that do long.
Yeah, some people's whole show are shilling, it seems.
Yeah, I feel like it, and it's like, I mean, I'll drop it in the beginning. That's my call to action, and then that's really about that.
Well, we gotta show the people appreciation who got this to like $1,000 an episode at some point.
$1,000 the other night was nuts. Was just nuts.
Just gonna keep bringing that up because
yeah.
Well, I know I want to give.
Was this one of your best weeks on YouTube ever?
Yeah. Well, the election day, election week 2016 was very profitable. Election week 2016 was very profitable. But outside of that, which was almost 5 years ago, yes, this week has been fantastic. But I do want to give a shout out. Max got his very first big super chat donation on his stream tonight from Elmo, which is awesome. So it's not just people, I'm not just hoarding the top tier donators. These guys are spreading the love around, which is good. I'm not gonna lie.
That really meant a lot to me. I appreciate the support Matt's given me. And Ryan, I also wanted to get a hold of Ryan Hartwell in the chat. I can't find your Twitter. I don't know if you left Twitter or not, but I want you to be on the show on Saturday night too. Now that I'm seeing your name there.
Oh yeah, the Jarbo masturbation episode.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Don't worry. It's not me literally masturbating. Although it could be.
Oh, it's other people doing it for you. That's a lot.
Yeah, it's other people. It's other people that are going to be jerking me off.
Man, now you've killed.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
That's the difference there. Although,
wait, what do you mean? I just explained it plainly as it was, and now I've killed it. Well, I'm sorry, but that's
Elmo going bankrupt, according to H Bart's here.
Well, it really does mean a lot to people. It does.
No,
you don't have to do. Yeah, so Elmo, if you want to come by again, you don't have to spend that much on me, but it really meant a lot. No, I'm just saying I was like, whoa, I wasn't expecting that because I'm not on Jarbo's level. Well, what I was saying
Level,
is
please.
the reason I know Matt Jarbo is legit is the first time I reached out to him, he responded, he's like, okay, cool. He's like, maybe I'll come on. Yeah. He wasn't like, I mean, I didn't have a major channel at the time. And he's, that's how I feel. You really see if someone's genuine, if they talk to you, if they respond.
Yeah, that's true.
And he just wants to talk. And I just said, yeah, I've been watching you for a while. Would you come on the stream? He's like, okay. And that was during an interesting time for you too. So it wasn't easy to go on just random streams.
I will be joining in on the jerk off of Jarbo.
Oh, thank you.
Is that who I should change the name to jerk off with Jarbo?
Did Jarbo jerk off?
I want to put that on a YouTube.
What could we? Yeah, what could we like? We have to do 3 J's, like triple J, like the Jarbo jerk off. What's the like? Is there a word for like time that starts with a J?
The Jarbo jerk off
Junction.
I don't know. Junction. Junction. What?
Jarbo
Well,
jerk
come
off
on down to the Jarbo jerk off junction.
The junction.
Do you want to see a fat guy come? The Jarbo jerk off junction.
Oh God.
Oh man.
Led by a man named Max. That's right.
No.
He's
Oh, my
beating
God.
off Jarbo left and right.
Wait.
Oh,
Jarbo,
no.
the
Look what
jerk
Eric
off
sees there.
junction.
Oh wow, Rhea.
Look at Eric.
Jarbo
Jarbo
Jamboree.
jerk off jamboree.
There we go. The Jarbo jerk off jamboree.
Jamboree.
Oh, Eric.
TW here. Jarbo jive jamboree. Rhea Jarbo jerko
I like
jamboree.
that word, jamboree. That's
Jamboree.
good.
It's the Jarbo jerk off jamboree. I kind of like junction. It flows a little bit
That might
better.
get some interesting.
Junction. It
People in the live chat.
sounds like a late night Disney Plus television show.
If we do that, the mods have to be ready because we're gonna get some weird shit.
We're not even like really 10 minutes into the episode.
So why are
guys.
you going after Grace?
Hold on. Kira here says this is the worst episode of Thomas the Tank Engine ever.
Hey, wait, whose junk are we conjuncting? That's the only question.
All right, let's a couple things we can laugh at Grace Randolph at because that's always fun to do. I love
Grace.
Sure you do.
This time.
A couple. Well, I mean, let's start off.
Responded to me though. I DM'd her a few times. You want to see my DMs to her?
No, I don't.
No, I don't. I don't just need to see like random photos of crumpled up tissue on the floor. Like I think we're okay.
It's nothing dirty. It's like, Grace, I'm a fan of your channel. I'd like to collab. Whereas she ignores me, and Jarbo's like, okay, well, cool.
No, I'm blocked by her, so it's all good. Ryan here with a $2 super chat says, I don't use Twitter anymore, but he is on Discord, and that's true. He's in my Discord. So
Wow.
So there you go.
Well, I'll give you the link for your own jerk off stream.
I can send an invite to him on your behalf, Max, if you want, because I do use Discord a lot.
Sure.
So. Dark Beast here says we need Matt making cummies over Beastars. I'm not going to jerk off to that. All right. So there we go.
Is that true? Wait, is that true, Matt? That Grace was your ex-girlfriend?
No. What?
Rational Skeptic said so.
No, she's not. No.
What?
No. But I will say she did get duped by a little bit of clickbait today. She's not having a good day. Grace is not having a good day today. So this popped up earlier today. Someone here from Sony Pictures with a circle, not a check mark, says our spidey senses are tingling. Check out the new Spider-Man No Way Home trailer this Monday. And she's like, finally, full coverage, of course. Hashtag Spider-Man No Way Home. Here's what that trailer was.
Down.
It's a good fake. It's a good fake.
Oh.
But still,
I don't blame her for that.
She bought it. She deleted it. Of course, I mean, like, come on, dude. Look, it's not even like, I mean, come on.
They're not going to release a trailer of that movie. Also, yeah, instead of the check mark, it's like literally just a white circle emoji.
It's just
like,
a
come
white
on.
circle.
You're a journalist. Have some more integrity than that.
Well,
At least, look into it.
That's one of her sources.
I'm sorry. You're a person who writes about movies. At least have a little bit more integrity than that.
Well, she talks about movies, but she also has some really hot takes. Like this one.
I think the casting of Kieran Walters as Jason Todd is fascinating to me because he seems so much like a teenage male prostitute to me. Him in the first season really gave me pause as to whether or not Batman should be taking in young boys to live with him and work alongside him.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. That's the weird.
Jesus.
I like this casting. It's great. He looks like a young male prostitute.
Why is that immediately
Is that
where
what
her
you said?
mind went to? Yeah.
Well, it's not only that, but then she says like, well, you know, maybe question why Batman. It's like, are you low key calling Batman a pedophile? Like, because that's
So, I
basically
mean,
what she's saying.
People have said that shit for a long time.
Yeah.
Like, it's really weird.
God, Lord Slug, has anyone ever made
Well,
Grace a tribute?
When
No.
Robin came out in that costume,
Stop.
Batman should have said, "No, Robin, go put something else on."
But it's
Really.
but it's like,
But
that's
he
the
went
thing,
he went
though, is-
along with it, you know. So I
but
do
that's
have
kind of the whole thing is it's like we know the relationship between Batman and his wars.
Wasn't it controversial in like the '60s, where people thought, you know, Adam West and Burt Ward, that show, they thought they were gay too? Isn't that like always been the joke?
I'm pretty sure the reactionary right wing hardcore conservative Christians were maybe doing that, but it's like, I mean, she knows better than to say that shit. She knows better than to say
it's
that
also
shit.
very strange to like call that actor out and say he looks like a male prostitute. Like, that's so weird.
That's a really
Yeah.
just weird misinterpretation of these characters. Like, I could maybe see a normie having that really weird take, like, who doesn't know shit about comics. But if you actually claim to know shit about, like, what you're talking about, which it doesn't seem like she does, but she claims to, she at least spends enough time around it that I imagine that she'd be less ignorant than that. I mean, come on.
You'd like to think she's less
I
ignorant
would
than
like
that.
to believe. Yeah.
Then I invite you to watch her review of the Suicide Squad. I honestly, at this point, feel like Grace Randolph is just losing her mind. As I pointed out in my video, Grace just doesn't get it, which is doing quite well over on the Real Board channel. She doesn't get it. More people are coming to realize this. Like, they watch Grace Randolph. She's got nearly 1 million subscribers. She has a lot of influence. People pay attention. Zack Snyder's talked to her. She also interviewed Jim Gaffigan when Luca came out.
She also interviewed the What If people.
Yeah. And then it's like, but she comes out with these exceptionally hot takes. Like, she blamed Kelly Marie Tran. She victim blamed Kelly Marie Tran when Kelly Marie Tran left social media. Yeah. She's like, well, you should have known what was going to happen by going into Star Wars. You know, she has made multiple attacks.
She basically said that it looked bad for her and the company to like abandon social media. It makes women look bad. That's what she put it as.
It's which is still victim blaming.
No, it is. It totally is. I'm just saying.
You know, it's completely. And then never mind the constant Jessica Chastain attacks.
Yes.
Right. You know, it's like
she's like, I don't know why they keep casting Jessica Chastain. Chastain. She doesn't bring in the box office. It's true.
Well, by the way, so I looked into a little further. This is that video, that clip that got taken out of context and blew up on Twitter is from 2 years ago when she reviewed, or she took a look at the shot by shot for the Titans season 2 trailer.
Reviewed, quote unquote.
Yeah, I'm not for sure why this suddenly came out today. This is
because
like
Titans is dropping tonight, so somebody was just sitting on it. Like, really, that's what it boils down to.
The perfect moment. Yeah.
It's someone is sitting on that. I mean, come on, how many times do you know, like, people are gonna they sit on those clips, they sit on those drops.
Shit. Yeah, Titans is trending finally. I've been waiting 3 months for this.
I mean,
shit. Yeah,
like, how many
happens?
How many times happens. How many people have like this clip loaded up right on their StreamYard?
If you believe Doomcock's rumors, that's great. I don't.
I mean, like, you know, we got a lot of that. Or what about this one?
Suck it, Warner Brothers. Suck it.
I mean, come on. Like, people got these drops left and right. So they you know, they save them for these kind of moments. I mean, trust me. Every time I criticize someone on Twitter and it gets any kind of attention, I'm flooded with photos of me crying. People just have that shit on check. You know, they have it ready to go. They want to just remind me, you cried it over YouTube's play button. Like, I did.
I have more images of Jeremy's head than I'd like to admit on ready to go for thumbnails.
That is true. Yeah. Hold on here. Eric here says, I was told by a source that I trust that Grace Randolph's bitterness for Jessica Chastain all comes from being snubbed for a junket with her.
I would believe that.
A junket?
Yeah, that she probably got denied access to interview or something.
Is that like a junction?
No, a junket is a press junket where you get to interview like multiple actors.
Oh, I get what you mean. Yeah. I was like, what?
I don't know. Yeah. I mean,
that sounds believable to me.
That does sound believable because it's not hard to get either denied a junket or not get what you want. Like, I was once invited to the Spike Scream Awards to cover the red carpet, and we covered the red carpet. And no, sorry, it wasn't that. It was the Spike Video Game Awards. It was like a month after I went to the Scream Awards. And I go up to LA. I drive up to LA, go to Sony's lot. I do the red carpet, and then they go, okay, great, thanks for coming. And I'm like, well, wait, hold on. Like, we're not going to be able to go in and watch the show. And they're like, no. I'm like, we drove all the way from San Diego just to stand in the back on the red carpet for 2 hours. Yeah, I know. Have a good day. Like, I mean, so yeah, you can get snubbed and then just not want to go do it again. Ryan here with $5 says, I do want to give my review for Hunting Bigfoot. Ryan, if we have enough time tonight, I'll send you a link, and we'll get that. We will do that one.
Bigfoot.
Well, no, he saw a movie. There's this independent film. Remember, we were trying to find the trailer for it the other night.
Oh yeah.
Couldn't find the trailer. Ryan saw the movie, and so he wants to give us thoughts on it. So that's that should be pretty interesting. And then all right, so there's other things here I do want to get to, but real quick, one of the ones I did load up last night that I didn't play that I meant to. This is actually a feel good clip. This is good news clip, by the way. This is Brendan Fraser reacting to being told that people love him.
Oklahoma, that's better.
I love it. I love it.
I'm going to work with Scorsese and Leo and Bob De Niro.
Yes, I saw. Congratulations. That's so
Thank
exciting.
you. I think I might be sick. A little anxious.
Oh no.
I mean, it's going to be fun.
You got this. You've got this.
Got it.
Just know that the internet is so behind you. We're so supportive. There are so many people out there who love you, and we're rooting for you, and we can't wait to see what you do next.
Shucks, ma'am.
That was nice.
That's a nice little clip.
That was nice because he's gone.
Cowboy hat.
Yeah, he's gone through a lot, and he's definitely it's definitely good to see him get some recognition that way.
And Doom Patrol Season 3 launches in September, so that's going to be another big thing for him too.
Oh yeah, and a lot of people are going to watch that. I do think that Doom Patrol is probably going to get canceled after the season.
I hope not. I hope they leave it up 4 or 5 seasons.
For it.
Yeah, but it all depends if it brings in the numbers. As we were talking about last night, looking at like the DC numbers, I don't know if they're very good for HBO Max right now. I mean, obviously Wonder Woman was the highest of the watched of the DC content. Well, no, sorry. The Suicide Squad was followed by Wonder Woman, and then at the very bottom of that is the Snyder Cut. So it's like
Snyder Cut didn't even break 2 million apparently.
Yeah, well, that we know of through Samba. Again, Samba's not like the be all end all of all that information, but the reality though ultimately is we just don't know. But real quick, the first thing I want to bring up tonight, I want to get your guys' take on this one. Have you guys heard of this, Prisoners of the Ghostland?
Nope, I have no clue what this is.
All right, so this is Nick Cage's new movie, and this is going to be like probably one of the like most wildest things. So I'm trying to get the thing.
Is
prepped,
it like Pig or what?
No, this is here. We can check out the trailer. We can check out the trailer right here. You guys have got to see this. This is going to be awesome when it comes out next month. Can you guys hear that? Okay.
Yes.
My granddaughter, has been lost to us. I would have her return to me post-haste. And you, sir, I am told, are the man to do the job. Each arm is equipped with an explosive device. Your trousers are also equipped with explosives. Just beyond the point where we now stand lies a highway where evil reigns.
What is this?
At the end of 5 days, if you have not returned with Bernice, well, I think you get the idea, son. Godspeed.
This is the Ghostland, a land of no escape.
Wow.
We are not the ones who hold her captive. It's been 2 days, and still she is missing.
How do I get out of here?
You must surrender to fate.
I want to see this so bad.
I
No one escapes the Ghostland. No one!
I'm not a prisoner! That looks fucking insane.
That looked really crazy.
That was Sophia Boutella,
in a good
right?
way. Like that looked really fucking interesting. I can't
And,
wait to
and
watch
that comes out next month in theaters and VOD.
Nice.
So if I can go see that shit in theaters, I plan on going to see that in theaters.
Yeah,
I'm a fucking simp for Nicolas Cage. I'll watch anything his ass
I
is
love
in.
Sophia Boutella as well. I'm glad she's getting her work.
Right here says, something original taken off the screen.
Oh no.
That looked very weird.
Except
Like, I don't
Willy's
even know the
Wonderland.
director
My
or
wife
anything.
did not like that one.
Yeah,
Well, Fourth agrees with you. Willy's Wonderland is horrible.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a fully original property. That's not like an adaptation of anything.
What Willy? No, Prisoners of the Ghostland. It's something new.
Oh my god, that's awesome. That's always really nice to see. I'm glad. Okay, because it looks really cool and interesting. So
Thanks,
yeah.
Roosevelt. I feel you, brother. We can always count on you for a different take.
Oh, it looks stupid. Yeah, Roosevelt sounds about right for Roosevelt.
I mean,
I love you,
yeah,
though,
it does look
Roosevelt. I
kind of
love you,
stupid,
Roosevelt.
but in a good way. It looks stupid in
Yeah.
a good way. So that's how I feel.
It's like
Yeah.
stupid fun.
Yeah, stupid fun. Yeah, that's how it looks.
There's a lot of it looks pretty interesting. I saw that today. I really want to see it. TW here says that looks fascinating. It's gonna be crazy. Apparently, it's as good as it looks. Rational Skeptic here says it has a 76% on Rotten Tomatoes. So
Okay.
I mean, that's not bad. That's not bad considering it's a kind of a batshit crazy Nicolas Cage movie.
Yeah, it's only gonna have like I don't know. I think it'll really appeal to a certain audience.
So yeah, it's gonna well, I mean, look, I think it's gonna. But the thing is, you have to understand though about Nick Cage is that he's at this point now where he's just doing all of these, whatever the hell he wants to do. He doesn't care, and as a result, yeah, people are loving it. They're rallying around it. It's growing,
Rightfully so.
So I mean, look at like Pig, for example. That's something that it's out now. You can get it on VOD. I haven't watched it yet myself, but a lot of people are saying it's one of the finer films of the year. It's something totally different, not what you expect. And then he comes out like 2 months later with this movie called Prisoners of the Ghostland, which is like I saw one comment today on Twitter that said it's like the closest thing to a live action Final Fantasy movie.
You know what I like the most about this type of shit is like it's something new. That's really what I really am. I hope people go out and actually watch this shit and support it because I don't just want to see like franchises forever. I want to see some like original and like nothing's like truly 100% original because everything is derivative to some extent. But like I want to see like more attempts at least at this type of stuff. It's important. It's really fucking important to creativity and people being able to actually like submit their like feel like they can get like their own franchise out there. I feel like that hope's died in a lot of people's minds. Like,
Yeah.
I could never get a movie or I could never get a series. Well, maybe you could.
Maybe. Let me just quickly bring up here H-Barts here. I'm sorry, I missed this H-Barts. He says, you see who is the betting odds to be the new Bond? Some guy from that Bridgerton show. Regine Page? Regine?
Well, isn't Amazon buying the license and it could be a series or something?
No, Amazon is getting they're getting MGM, which is going to give them rights.
But Bond is like something separate, right?
Bond is owned by Everything or Nothing Productions. They just have a deal with MGM. Well, they're going to still be able to have like some say in it, but it's not going to be. It's a whole thing where they're like MGM is still involved, but yeah, EON is the one that does it, and like even Barbara Broccoli has said there's never going to be a non-white James Bond. So, or I should say, or a female James Bond. She'll never do a female James Bond.
I don't think she would say non-white.
Yeah, but it's like there'll never be a female James Bond. And honestly, just we'll have to see how Lashana Lynch does in the new one. So thank you for reminding me that you had a super chat, H-Barts, by sending, or hold on here. Another one. Oh, damn it. I missed it. He says by letting me know that he super chatted me to remind me that he had a super chat. So thank you. And then Rational Skeptic here for $2 says, how did Nick go from Oscars to low budget films? Taxes.
Pretty much.
I mean, that's basically about it.
It's either that you do this or you stop working, because once you do a few like that, they're not going to give you the top projects. You just keep working, then you have something cool every once in a while come out like Nick does. He still gets some cool stuff every once in a while.
Well, he chooses what he wants to do, and the thing is, he's enjoying doing the crazier things, and I think he's making a fair amount of money doing it. You know, he's probably like, they probably have international deals set up already, because it's kind of like when like Kevin Smith, right? His movies are super cheap, like we're talking like the $4 or $5 million range, but he funds those himself effectively by going out and securing the international distribution rights before filming, so he can just make the movie he wants to make for cheap, but they've already been able to sell the rights off, which is where the money comes from. And so I'm pretty certain that in these cases, that's going to be a lot of what it is as well, where Nick is probably like just going like, yeah, all right, I'll do whatever you guys want me to do, provided there's a paycheck, and it's going to be batshit insane. And I guarantee you, they also probably won't take long to film. You know, maybe a few weeks or a month at max or something, but it keeps him busy. And then, you know, he's building up a new audience of people for when he comes back to the mainstream, when he comes back to doing something like National Treasure 3, which we know is going to be happening. That's going to bring a whole bunch of people back over to that are, you know, and then
his presence again, making people like remember why they like Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, right. Like he's like the one actor now that doesn't give a shit, will do what he wants, and everyone's kind of on board with it. You know, never mind, a lot of big name actors end up going to direct to video content pretty frequently. That's not out of the realm. How many times have you gone to Blockbuster or Hollywood Video or just looked through Netflix and been like, when the fuck was John Cusack in that movie? You know, like you wouldn't think like an actor like John Cusack or even Bruce Willis. How many straight to DVD films has Bruce Willis done in the last couple of years? A lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
And his stuff, you could tell he doesn't want to do it.
And
that's always top trending on iTunes, by the way. Like the really low.
He looks miserable in every one. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So it's like he does all that kind of stuff. So it's like, you know, this is what happens as these actors get older. They're still trying to find work. I mean, look at even Steven Spielberg. Spielberg was all fuck Netflix, basically, right? I'm paraphrasing, but that's kind of what it felt like. And then now, who signed a deal with Netflix? Spielberg, because that's where the money is. And you know what, Martin Scorsese, same thing, right? I want to be in cinema, and then he signs a deal with Netflix.
Well, because no one else is going to fund those movies that he wants to make.
Yeah, was any other studio going to fund fucking The Irishman? No. But Netflix wanted the accolades and the potential to win.
I mean, like, is anything ever going to really be enough? Like, when you have that much money, I feel like for a lot of people just get to the point where they're just like, nothing's going to satisfy them. They just want more and more and more and more and more. And they'll never be happy.
Yeah, I think that's a big part of it, to be honest with you. And I would love for there to be, I mean, shit, dude, if Netflix wants to give me money, I would gladly take it. Like I would be all,
I get it, but like,
but it's, but no, that's kind of the whole point, is like Netflix is eventually going to find a way to move into theaters, right? They signed that deal with Cinemark over Army of the Dead. They're going to start moving movies into theaters, and eventually they're going to have like a 2-3 week run, maybe even a 45-day run in cinemas before it's available on Netflix. And that's just going to be like the best course of action for them, because it's going to be, they're not going to have to market it, really. People are going to know that it's going to be out there. They know it's going to be on Netflix. They can play both angles. Like if it's a big budget movie, like let's say Army of the Dead, I paid money to go see Army of the Dead. I've also watched it on Netflix. So, you know, like I've already given them money twice to see it, but just to get the different experience. I mean, if they get Christopher Nolan and Christopher Nolan does a movie for Netflix, you bet your ass I'm going to go see that in theaters.
Right. Like, no, totally. I totally understand that.
Totally going to be there. So there's all that. But real quick here, command unit with 666 shekels. Thank you. Says Hail Jarbo. P.S. Love the show. Thank you very much for that one. I appreciate that. H-Bar's here with another $2. Thank you, man. Says, I want National Treasure 3 already. I wanted it back in 2009 when it was supposed to come out originally.
Why has it been delayed so much?
Probably because it's kind of Jerry Bruckheimer, I think, is a big part of it. I really do feel that the fallout over, like, because Pirates of the Caribbean movies took precedent with Disney and Jerry Bruckheimer Productions, and then you had like the Lone Ranger, and that thing crapped out. You know, like the Lone Ranger crashed and burned, and that kind of really damaged Bruckheimer.
To go back to a franchise, though.
I mean, well, they're developing. Remember, they're developing a National Treasure TV show for Disney Plus, and they're also doing the National Treasure 3. So this is because of streaming now that they're putting all this money in, and they need franchises that people are going to flock to. I mean, they got what, Josh Peck? Is it Josh Peck?
Yeah, it's Josh Peck for Turner and Hooch. Yeah,
I misspoke. I said it was fun, and then I watched the second episode. It was a little too cheesy. It's still okay.
Is anybody even watching that show? Like,
I know what I know. Talking.
Well,
because like nobody's talking about that show. Nobody.
I was talking about. Now I'm going kind of quiet on it.
Well, I mean, like there was a new episode of.
Is Tom Hanks in it?
No, Tom Hanks is not in it. That I know for certain.
Okay.
So let's see. Okay, and then I want to just make sure that I catch up on the super chats here. I know you guys have been really good. I really appreciate that. I am looking at the comments. I don't want to. I'm trying to get to everybody here. But anyway, okay. So H Mars here with $5 says, "You ever see the video where they replaced the Irishman CGI with younger deepfakes?" I did actually. Yeah, I've watched a few of those videos where they've taken some of the de-aging effects and someone just deep faked them and they were better. I mean, look at the Shamook, right? The guy who did Luke Skywalker and a bunch of other ones. And then he got a job over at Lucasfilm. So, there's definitely a lot of, I mean, the thing is, look at it like this. People like Shamook and those, think of them like modders for video games. They're modders.
Yeah, they are. You're right.
But they're getting hired. Whereas, like, honest to God, like when you figure, like, CD Projekt Red should hire modders to help fix Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah, a lot of these companies should. I don't know. They're really stingy with their intellectual properties. It seems compared to some of these movie companies. Some of them seem more open-minded to fan creations, at least. But
yeah. Well, so anyway, we were talking about Lucasfilm here, and I wanted to bring up this popped up today. Did you guys see this one here? Apparently, Lucasfilm is searching for an actress to play Sabine Wren in live action.
See, this wasn't too surprising to me because I could have sworn this was rumored months ago, but I saw Hollywood Reporter confirmed it.
Yeah, they confirmed it today, and this was rumored. Actually, Mikey Sutton is the one who sent me this particular link today, and he had talked about it a while back. I think the thing is though is the way that they presented the rumor is what was fascinating. Because it wasn't like a main article about it. It was literally about another show. It was about What If.
And then they just dropped it in there?
They dropped it, yeah, because they were talking about the transition of Ahsoka from going from animated to being Rosario Dawson. And then they just randomly said, oh, BT dubs, Lucasfilm was reportedly looking for an actress to play Sabine Wren. And that's big news for Star Wars fans. That's really big news for Star Wars fans.
It was buried in another article. That's weird.
Yeah, that was a very odd thing to say. And I'm like, why would it just be buried in there like that? And it was by Aaron Couch too, who is, he's a known.
He dropped scoops for Hollywood Reporter in the past. Yeah.
Yeah. So I might be, hold on. I might be dropping.
I'm excited for this. I'm going to have to head out because I'm getting a little sleepy and the dogs are getting restless. But before oh God, Charlie.
Oh, Jesus.
You said dogs, Max.
Yeah.
So the dogs
but I would like
barking.
to say there's 65 people watching. You do not know how much a thumbs up helps new eyes get on a stream. So please, if you haven't yet, support the show even just by thumbsing it up. And I'm out. Thank you.
Right. Fucking like.
Thank you very much, Max. Appreciate that, man. All right. See you later. Take the dog out, buddy.
We appreciate that. We appreciate you and your doggos too.
Yes, we do. This also kind of lines up though, because wasn't the rumor that Mina Massoud was going to play Ezra Bridger in Ahsoka as well?
Yeah, and Lars Mikkelsen as Thrawn. That was something that came out not too long ago.
Yeah.
I don't think get the actress that plays that does the voice of Sabine.
She doesn't look anything like her in the character. I mean, they would be around. I think I don't know if they'd say be around the same age by the time we would get to this point, because Sabine was what, like her late teens or something?
Yeah, like late teens, like 16, 17 probably.
So she'd be at max like 30, where we are right now. Is where she would be, about 30 years old.
Yeah,
so
like late 20s, early 30s.
Yeah, so and the actress who played her is definitely older than that. So not much though. I don't know.
I really don't know who I'd pick to play Sabine. I feel like it's a hard character to cast.
It is a hard character to cast. I mean, she is Asian, isn't she? Like, she would be of Asian descent.
Yes, I believe so. Yeah.
I feel like Star Wars characters are hard to cast in general, honestly. The animated ones.
Well, I'm just fascinated by the idea of Mina Massoud playing Ezra Bridger.
I'm just interested that there's Ezra Bridger. Like, to me, that's the most fascinating thing.
I always knew they were going to do that in live action eventually, though. Like, they were it always kind of seemed like they were leading up to that.
Well, it seems like the Ahsoka show is basically going to be like another season of Rebels, but in live action.
Wow, that's kind of cool.
Is that a bad thing?
No, not at all. I love it.
Yeah.
Although,
who said? Hold on. Bradley here says Jessica Henwick, or it's Jessica Hennick, but yeah, would be a good choice.
Ooh, yeah, I like that. Or,
I would be
Jamie
okay
Chung
with that
as
one.
well.
I'd be okay with that. Yeah. You know, so Chloe. Someone said, I'm trying to find the comment here. Oh, Geek Studio says Chloe Bennett for Sabine. Now I was thinking also Brenda Song would be pretty good. She just had a kid though.
Yeah,
so,
Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah, so that could be some. But I could see Brenda Song. She does have a connection to Disney, so that would be pretty good.
Yeah, has she done like any live action acting lately? I know she does a lot of voice work now.
I don't know. I mean, but that's that's all about whatever they want to do. That's all. Like maybe that's all. However they want to play it. I don't know. Eric Z here says Jamie Chung is a good choice. That is something that can also be.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
Jamie Chung could be pretty good. I do like Jamie Chung quite a bit, and she's around the same age, and she does have fight experience. And she did play Mulong on Once Upon a Time, so she was pretty good there. Never mind, she was also in Zack Snyder's Sucker Punch.
Wasn't she also in that terrible Dragon Ball Z Evolution movie?
I never saw it, so I don't know, but I'm going to assume the answer is probably.
I could have sworn she played Chi-Chi, but I don't remember.
I don't know. Taco Tuesday here says Kathleen Turner as Sabine Wren. All right. That's a bold take, Taco. That's a bold take.
I have no clue what that is.
Oh my, yeah, I wouldn't expect Jessica Rabbit. The voice of Jessica Rabbit.
This is really crazy. It's like you can just bring up an actor's name, and most of the time, unless they're irrelevant, Matt will be like, "Here's a few movies that they've been in."
I thought it was
dude, yeah, and the fact that none of you have seen V.I. Warshawski is just like crazy. Kathleen Turner's been in a lot of stuff, man. All right, I think I'm wrong. Not P.I. Wachowski. V.I. It's been a while. She played a private investigator, but it was good. And then Drake here says, as long as it's not fucking Aquafina.
Hey, I like Aquafina.
I can't stand Aquafina was literally like the worst part of Rhea. Like her voice did not match like at all what they were trying to do. You know, Aquafina comes across like just a valley girl with ADHD.
So I take it you're not excited for her in Shang-Chi.
No, Marvel's Katie, I'll pass. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe she'll be okay on that one. But she did that one drama where she, like, it was like the funeral one. She went home for her
that was a great movie.
I've heard nothing but good things about that, and I want to see it. I'm not saying she's a bad actor, but it's like when they put her in comedy stuff, and she's trying to, like, like in Ocean's 8, it was just like unbearable at times. So, maybe she'll be better in Shang-Chi. I really want to see it when it comes
really
out.
I'm looking forward to that movie.
So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Also, yeah, TW McKay here says Romancing the Stone and War of the Roses. Also, don't forget The Jewel of the Nile, the sequel to Romancing the Stone. But there's a lot
Tuesday says Marvel's brand of water. Aquafina.
Jesus Christ. Let's see here. All right. Yeah, she was Chi-Chi. Okay.
Yeah, I could have sworn she was. I remember that movie.
H-Barts here says London Tipton. Who is London Tipton?
That was
Brenda
a character
Song.
she played.
Yeah, Brenda Song.
Oh, okay. I don't.
Zach and Cody.
You all assume I know what that is.
Well,
it's Zoomer shit. It's fucking Zoomer shit.
It's Zoomer stuff.
Like, hold on. You said Brenda Song. So
I know who Brenda Song is. I know she was in The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. I didn't know that her name was London Tipton. All right. Like how? Okay. Here's the thing too. Like, according to Google, I typed in London Tipton, and it's like, how old is London Tipton now? As people are asking. Apparently, she's 31, which would put her in the right age range for it.
Oh wow.
Kira here says, any thoughts to Zhang Ziyi? I would look. 20 years ago, we're talking post Rush Hour 2, right around Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Zhang Ziyi as Sabine Wren would be interesting. It'd be a very interesting choice. The last thing I saw her in was the Cloverfield Paradox. I've always liked her, but you know, that was like she's older than me, so I don't know if that would work out very well. So there's that. Anyway, hold on. I do want to say here, Anthony, I know you left the voice message, man. Again, you don't have to spam it. I see it. You know what? We'll get to it when we get to it. You know, I'm just saying, like, you know, the Watcher here says Olivia Munn would be fire.
Yeah, I guess I could see that. Sure.
I mean, Olivia Munn is around, you know, she's about 10 years older, I guess, if they, you know, it doesn't really matter. I think Olivia Munn could do something like that. So Zeb and Agent Callus are as a couple raising a daughter. Shut up, dude.
Wow.
But I did see something though, that they are looking at potentially casting Agent Callus in live action. And I'm like, ooh, that's going to be rough.
Because he's played by
David Oell. Yeah, and you know, and who's a black actor, and it's like
a white guy
voicing a white guy. I didn't know about for like the longest time, and then I found out. I was like, oh, he's really good in the role. I like him as Agent Callus.
If they cast him to play him in live action, do you think people would care? Like if they just retcon him into
that's probably like the best. That's probably the best.
You know what? If you want to appease the Twitter mob, the answer to that is yes. Right? Like just do that. You know, and because you'll get the fandom menace will be like, but he's not actually black, and then like, but he's voiced by a black guy, and they'll be like, I got nothing because anything I say is gonna make me out to be racist. That's all it's. Shit, Ronaldo, that's a great casting choice right there. Karen Fukuhara, Katana. From Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
And then also in The Boys, she's right around the same age, and she's that's a really good casting, and she has fight experience.
Sure, why not? I'm down.
Yeah, that could be okay. That could be okay. And then what about Ming-Na Wen? She's 58 years old.
Well, she's also already in Star Wars.
And she's also Fennec Shand.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, it's like I get you, but you know, hey, you could always do multiples of Ming-Na Wen. So I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, and the Watcher, the actress playing Cersei in Eternals, it's Gemma Chan.
Yeah, Gemma Chan. Yeah, I mean, she could do something along those lines. Yeah, I think Gemma Chan's around that same age. She could do it. So there's a lot of choices there. Real quick here, H-Bart's here for $2. Is looking forward to Michelle Yeoh and Shang Chi. Yeah, I think she's going to be great. I love Michelle Yeoh. So I'm really excited to see what happens with that. I am very excited to see what they do with Shang-Chi. I think it's going to be very fascinating to see how they meld the two, you know, the East and the West on that front. But I am worried that people are going to sit there and go cultural appropriation.
I know. I can't believe it's only 3 weeks away, though. It's like it's really close.
It feels so much further away than 3 weeks, though. You know?
Yeah.
It feels like it's just an eternity. But then again, the older you get, you realize none of that matters. You know, like I remember when I saw the opening night of The Phantom Menace in '99, and there was a teaser trailer for Titan AE. And it was all coming summer
God, I remember that
2000. Movie. I'm like, it's a fucking year, man. It's a year. And then like now I'm all like, that was like 20 years ago. Fuck, dude, the time has flown by, you know? Holy shit, 21 years ago now. And that's still a great movie. But I do want to see all that. So hold on, wait. Who said Thora Birch?
What?
I saw someone say Thora Birch.
What?
Asia Akira. Wait, isn't that a porn star?
Oh my God.
Hold on here, but Drake here says they're going to go with Lana Condor. She would also be good. I like Lana as well. She was Jubilee in X-Men Apocalypse.
Oh, yeah,
Maggie
right.
Maggie Q would be a good choice, but she's also been on the older side. So, but I will say this though, the Protege coming out next week does look pretty epic.
It looks okay. I'll probably catch it on like VOD or streaming though. It's not a movie I'm gonna go rush
But
out
what
to see in
about
theaters.
Kelly Marie Tran as Sabine Wren?
Ooh, oh my God! Could you imagine the salt that happened?
A Star Wars redemption arc for the ages.
She's already playing a Star Wars character.
Yeah, but that's like 30 years later, 25 years later.
Oh my God! What if they say that Sabine Wren. She marries a guy with the last name Chico.
All
That
right,
would be
stop.
That would be funny. That would be,
Stop.
oh dear God, holy crap.
Rose Chico is descendant
Oh
of Sabine
no!
Wren.
I'll tell you this though. Bite Me makes a great Judi Dench as Sabine. That's a fine casting right there. But Javier, man, fucking oh god damn it, Betty White, 100-year-old Betty White, rocking the Mando armor.
What?
You know, and spray cans, jet set radioing that shit everywhere. I'd be okay with it.
No, I wouldn't.
Fuck you.
She's great, but she'd be.
Oh, Maggie Q is 42 and Jamie Chung is 38. Oh wow, I didn't know Jamie Chung is 38. I really thought she was
She
younger.
doesn't even look 38.
She doesn't
That's
look 38
crazy.
at all. Yeah. What about Kristen Cruick from Smallville? What the fuck has she been in?
I don't
You
even
know,
remember.
didn't she yeah. Look, I'll tell you this though. You know who I think would probably, who they're going to probably cast as Sabine Wren? I'm just going to say it right now. Jessica Alba.
Oh fuck no.
I'm
That
just saying.
happens, I'm done.
You're joking, right?
No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
But I wouldn't be.
I never
against it.
know with you, Matt.
You never know. I know you're also high right now. I could hear you sparking that lighter a little bit ago.
What? Okay, fine. Whatever.
I totally hear you. Like I hear.
You know what? You know what? H Parts is.
I'm like, I know exactly what you're doing.
H Parts is a great casting choice. Hillary
Hillary
is
Clinton.
Sabine.
No, come on. Let's be fair. Darth Sidious.
All right, this is getting obtuse. People are just saying names now. Y'all are just saying names.
I think Hillary Clinton should play like a dark Sith Lord. Like
Drake
the
here's all like,
acolyte.
fuck right off. Geeks is like, no, not Jessica Alba. What, she basically played a character like Sabine in Dark Angel 20 years ago?
Anyway,
F
That was also based on Alita Battle Angel
F
in a
that.
James Caan
it
production.
wasn't based at all.
Miranda Cosgrove.
It's a
That-
very random casting choice. I mean, I understand where you're going with that. I don't know if she has the chops to play Sabine, though. I think you need an actress that's like.
Benji here says Ali Wong. No,
I feel like y'all are just throwing out memes.
probably.
Y'all are just throwing
yeah,
out memes.
yeah.
Moisture
Caitlyn-
says here, Caitlyn Jenner.
Matt.
There we go.
H
What?
Parts literally said fucking Donald Trump is Watto.
I
the
see it.
chat's trolling us. The chat is
I
fucking
know
trolling.
the chat's trolling. I know the chat's trolling. People who are listening to this in the VOD, you know, let me know your thoughts on who should be
I wouldn't
playing
mind Haley
Sabine
Steinfeld
Wren.
as Sabine.
Although Eric here says Jessica Alba mostly retired from acting. I know she's worth about $1 billion, but she also was in the Bad Boys show with Gabrielle Union, right? Like something Finest or whatever. LA's Finest or whatever the hell it was. That
Yeah,
got
but
canceled.
she's not
going to
be in a goddamn franchise. Someone who's already like settled down away from like they might take on
You
small
shut
projects.
your filthy whore mouth. I want my Jessica Alba back, all right? Sure, she's worth like $1 billion. I don't care. So is Rihanna. Give me Battleship 2
Look,
with
she doesn't
Taylor
have to-
Kitsch and Rihanna back
She doesn't
fighting
have to
aliens
appear
and shit.
naked on a bridge anymore. She doesn't have to do that type of shit. She's past that. Like no more.
Wait,
fucking-
when did Jessica Alba ever appear naked on a bridge?
There's that scene. There's that scene from which was it?
Don't
I
fuck
know.
with me on this one.
One of the
I don't know Jessica Alba nude scene, so you're gonna have to really kind of
One second.
yeah, Google that shit.
Oh my god! Now Matt's like intrigued.
I'm just saying, if you're gonna sit there and you're gonna be like, and you're gonna tease me with the potential Jessica Alba nude scene that I'm unaware of.
Well, she doesn't actually appear nude. It's in one of the fucking Fantastic Four movies where like.
It's the bridge scene where she's in her. Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, that one I know from
that was
05.
old.
Yeah, that was a
amazing.
long time ago.
That was a major cock tease thing.
That was no,
Yeah,
you want
what?
no. Idle Hands. That was the one. That's before both of you guys were born.
Idle Hands.
Have you ever seen Idle Hands?
No, I've never.
Oh my! I'm bringing up the trailer.
Oh my god.
Oh my God! We're okay. Hold on. Anyone here know? Anyone here know about Idle Hands?
Idle Hands.
All right, real quick. I want to make sure I get to this one here from Command Unit. React to Angels of Death trailer 2. If you want some sodas, his Siege video is also amazing. All right, Angels of. Hold on, I'll look. I'm gonna look that up and shit. But I'll find. I can't believe you guys have never seen Idle fucking Hands.
Ryan's seen Idle Hands apparently.
Hell yeah, dog. Hell yeah. All right, let me get this one here.
Dog.
Yeah, I said it. I don't know. It's a good movie.
Wow.
It's a crazy. It came out in '99, so you guys were both. I don't know if you both were alive yet.
When did it come out in '99?
Fuck if I know.
Because I was born in
Halloween
May.
'99.
Okay, so I was like 6 months old probably.
Oh, okay, because I saw it. I know maybe summer in '99. I saw it when I was still living in Oregon. I moved to California in '99. Anyway, check this out. Can you guys hear that?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
Idle
Now on
hands.
Blu-ray.
So I came all the way over here. You said you was holding. I didn't say what I was holding.
Oh, it's Fonzie
Anton
Nelson.
Tobias never had much on his mind. Don't you think you should have like a goal? My dream life would be to lie around all day in bed and watch TV while some hot broad delivers me food. And he always had time on his hands.
4 bodies have been discovered and the killer is still at large.
Until one of them got a mind of its own.
What? What?
I have no control over my hands.
Oh my fucking god.
Aren't you a little old for Ding Dong Ditch?
Sorry about your bush.
Man, they'd never do that today.
What's the number? I'm not the killer. Okay. I mean, if OJ could get off, then I'm sure. You there? Now, his hand won't stop. I don't want to hurt you.
Did he come on it?
Ew, that's disgusting.
Oh my god.
Hands won't die.
This is obtuse.
Undead, actually. There was this big bright white light at the end of a long tunnel.
What?
What happened? We were like, forget that, man. Too far. And the only way to stop it. Idle hands are the devil's playpen, so keep my hands occupied, right?
Idle
is to keep
hands.
it busy. Freeze! Drop the knitting needles. That's probably not a good idea. Put him down! Cuff me!
Put those needles down, young man!
Cuff me! Cuff me! Columbia Pictures presents.
The police
What?
have no leads and the killer is still out there.
You scream like a girl. The comedy. Careful, it's on kind of loose. That's really starting to get on my nerves. That dares to give scary movies.
Look at me! I'm in the face!
The backhand.
What you doing, man? That's my dad. Come on!
CPR, man. I saw him Baywatch. Did you lose something there, bud? Idle hands. The touching story of a boy and his hand.
That's one of the stupidest things I've ever seen, but I want to watch it anyway.
Yeah, but it's got music. It's got music from The Offspring, and they were in the movie. That's right. They were the band in the. They were the band.
Okay, now they're awesome. So like,
Yeah, they were the band in the dance scene.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. That movie is like way.
Seth Green, Eldon Henson.
Yeah, Jessica Alba, Devon Sawa. You know, I've been communicating with Devon Sawa a little bit on Twitter. I should ask him if he wants to come on and talk one night. That'd be kind of
Oh
cool.
my god! Wow, that'd be cool.
Well, he was in a movie called SLC Punk, and his character gets like high on acid because he runs through a sprinkler and he's got the acid in his pocket. And I made a crack about that, like, and we kind of bantered back and forth. And I'm like, cool, man, I'm talking to fucking Devon Sawa from 1996's Casper.
Hell yeah! Congratulations.
So anyway, so that's Idle Hands. That's a movie from when I was 17. And I love that damn movie. It's very, very bad, but it's also very fun. Have you guys ever heard of the movie Detroit Rock City?
No.
Oh my god, it's a stoner comedy. You know, I'm bringing up the trailer. More trailers. Look, because I'm just saying, you guys got me on this kick now. Movies in '99, man. It came out the same year as American Pie. You know what I mean? So it's definitely like, it's a movie where you're like, this is the kind of shit you won't see anymore. The kind of comedies I don't think they make anymore. And that's unfortunate, man. So react to the Children of Men opening scene. Give me a second.
The Children of Men.
Jesus. All right. So this is Detroit Rock City. Hey, it's Jimmy Olsen.
Oh yeah.
It's 1970.
And John Connor.
Those jeans are so tight. I can see your.
It's the last day of school.
What?
Yes? This is better than the first time I got to finger a chick, man.
And to celebrate,
Oh my god.
4 friends are busting loose and hitting the highway.
I'm making it. Oh, man. Give me this pizza. No more. No more.
It's going to
That's
be the
illegal?
most repulsive. Offensive.
What? Oh yeah, someone farts.
Vile.
I don't know about this
Oh
one,
my
Matt.
And certainly the most momentous
Momentous?
time of their lives.
You better have something really sinful for me this time, son.
In Detroit Rock City, they're young, dumb,
Look at him. He's a moron.
and full of
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sure there's more where that came from, right?
Detroit Rock City.
It's a girl walking along the side of the highway. We should pull over and help her out. I mean, they make scary movies that start out like that.
Hey, but they make porno movies that start out like that too, man.
Produced by Gene Simmons.
Yeah, Shannon Tweed, man. That was Shannon Tweed.
Produced by Gene Simmons.
That was, no, Silent Bob isn't in the movie, man. Kevin Smith is not in this movie.
My God. That made me laugh more than anything in the actual fucking trailer. Just the fact that it's produced by Gene Simmons.
Yeah, man. Ron Jeremy is the guy hosting the Chippendale dance show.
Ron Jeremy.
I'm not bringing up the trailer for Turbulence. We're not bringing up a Ray Liotta and Heche movie. But I think that's the Ray Liotta one, right? I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I saw Detroit Rock City in theaters, man. That movie's so goddamn funny. It's all about trying to get to a Kiss concert. And that's like 4 friends, and like they travel, into the city in order to find their way in, and they all have their kind of separate adventure, but they all make their way in. It's fun. It's a good movie. It's a very good movie. So anyway, let's get back to the news. We took a bit of a brief break there. Hold on, command unit here. More wholesome 40K. All right. He did give me this one here. I believe this is the right one. 2-minute long trailer called Angels of Death. This show at some point in time, most nights, turns into a Warhammer 40K stream.
Even though I think none of us on here actually play Warhammer.
You know what though? You know what it really is. It's really like
I mean, there's some cool
we're giving the fans what they want. We all it's our middle of the show. Let's watch a violent beyond belief Warhammer trailer, which is always cool with me. All right, thank you very much for that.
Oh shit.
Damn. Oh shit. Wow. That's actually really cool.
It's badass.
I do not need to tell you, old friend, that evening victory will likely meet our end here.
Then our duty is done.
Wait, was that Space Abraham Lincoln?
Looked like it. That was weird.
Oh, whoa.
Blast that thing from the void!
Damn.
Crazy.
They
Wow.
fucking blasted the shit out of that thing. That was fucking awesome.
I mean, like, this is the thing I don't get about
Well, okay, there's wars and there's hammers. What more do you need to know?
I mean, there's also orcs and space marines and you know what, like somewhat fascist.
It's kind of like
inspired
Warcraft
content.
in space if it wasn't made by terrible people.
Yeah, well, I mean, not everyone at Blizzard is terrible.
True.
Yeah,
Apparently they fired the director of Diablo 4. By the way, they got rid of the game director.
Did he quit or did he get fired?
I think he got fired.
Yeah, I've noticed a lot of people who like aren't guilty of all that shit.
Reported today, so
I've noticed a lot of people who aren't guilty of all that shit. Like, sure, there's plenty of good people at the company, but there's also like a lot of really pretentious people in the company too. Like, I don't know. I don't like the attitude that the developers have over at Blizzard. They're really confrontational with their players. They act like they know everything. A lot of them do, anyway.
Yeah, it does kind of feel that way a little bit. All right, so let's get through some quick news bits because I still have more to get through. A lot going on today, guys. A lot of little interesting things to cover, which is what happens here. So one of the with What If coming out yesterday, a lot of people really love it. RJ and I obviously do.
Except for that Star Wars girl.
Except for the Star Wars girl who doesn't understand anything about anything. But then again, we've already litigated that over on Max's channel. Dave Bautista was complaining the other day about apparently not being asked to come in and to voice Drax for the What If show. And the executive producer says here that it was probably just a miscommunication.
Yeah.
Now, I am on the side of believing that, to be honest with you.
I think it happens all the time. To be honest.
It's possible. But I mean, like if this was, let's say, a Warner Brothers thing, I could see that being potentially, what's the word I want to use here? If it was a Warner Brothers production, I could see that being more accurate of them just kind of like kind of just like pushing him out. But because this is Marvel and they have a lot more credibility and there's a lot more loyalty and there's a lot more love for the brand, I kind of can see this being a thing.
Yeah, but you know what? Headlines are going to try and use this to because people have always been kind of speculative. Is James Gunn going to stick around after, Guardians 3? What's going to happen?
No, he's out. He's out. He's done.
I know, but it's not. I know it's pretty
he'll come
clear,
back for like an Avengers movie.
He might produce.
Stone, man. It's not set in stone. Even though I do think it's more than likely that he won't do much or anything.
I think the sad thing is that oftentimes agents get calls like this and they just completely forget. I don't know though. I think also for some actors they didn't want to ask at all. Period, because I think they're like way too much money. So
yeah, but I don't think Batista is one of those guys. But then again, this might have been right around the time of the James Gunn fallout, and like maybe
he was a very vocal supporter of James Gunn.
And he's been very vocal, so maybe they just didn't want to like mess with it too much, and I kind of get that. But the thing is after Guardians, Batista says here that after Guardians he's out, and I think Gunn has relatively hinted at the same thing about after Guardians he's going to take like a nice long break, so to speak. But Hamada is out there going like, hey, we have more villain versus, I think that was the term he used too, was villain verse content that they want to dive, or projects that they want to dive into. And again, I think when it comes to DC, a lot of their success is going to be based around villains, to be honest with you.
Guardians 3 is going to have to do a lot with Gamora and fitting that all into just one film.
I also heard it's going to focus a lot more on Rocket Raccoon, where he came from.
Oh my God, Cleopatra 2525 is better CG. What the fuck? You had to bring up Cleopatra 2525. I know you guys have no idea what Cleopatra 2525 was.
Nobody.
It was a show, came out in the year 2000, so 21 years ago. And it was about a stripper named Cleopatra who in the year 2000 went in for a breast augmentation job. She was put under anesthesia. There was a problem, and she ultimately ended up having to be cryogenically frozen to save her. And then she was cryogenically frozen accidentally for like 500 years. And she wakes up in the year 2525. And now all of humanity has moved into the underground because robots, like AI shit, controls the surface. And she teams up with a group of women, one of whom played by Gina Torres prior to Firefly. And they're basically freedom fighters. They're out there. They're mercenaries as well. They're trying to, like, you know, stop the robots and who can clone people, send in like droid, you know, saboteurs and whatnot. And it was a show that lasted, I think, like 2 or 3 seasons on CW. And they canceled my favorite show, Jack of All Trades, because that was part of the CW, or back then it was the Warner Brothers back-to-back action hour, where you had Cleopatra 2525 followed by Jack of All Trades. By the way, Jack of All Trades was a Bruce Campbell show. Bruce Campbell was an American spy sent into the Polynesian Islands in order to team up with a British secret agent who at the time was married to Tamara Morrison, or dating Tamara Morrison. Angela Dodgen and him were together at that time. And they had to stop Napoleon's brother, who was the governor. And then Bruce Campbell ends up taking on the mantle of a local urban legend called the Daring Dragoon. Think like Batman.
It was like Zorro, kind of, right?
Kind of like a Zorro take, yeah. And it was a much better show than Cleopatra 2525. And that was a big thing. And so they ultimately ended up canceling Jack of All Trades after its second season in order to put that money into hour-long episodes of Cleopatra 2525, because at that time they were trying to compete with, I believe they were also trying to expand. What was that other one that they did with Kevin Sorbo? It was a Gene Roddenberry show. You guys wouldn't.
I know what Jack of All Trades is.
It's like you're speaking a different goddamn.
Yeah, it's the old stuff, right? Old stuff. And that's a big thing from back then. But yeah, so bringing up Cleopatra 2525 is just like, holy shit. And then Matt here at 1306 with $5. Thank you, man. So Ed Boon of Mortal Kombat hinted he had talks with Marvel a few years back. He also says he would love to do a Marvel versus DC game. Do you think that's what NetherRealm Software's next project is? Well, I think NetherRealm is going to get sold off.
Probably. The rumors are saying they are working on a new fighting game. Obviously, all the rumors are telling me that's going to be a Marvel fighting game. No DC connection. Like, it's going to be like, there's a leak saying there's going to be like some really interesting Marvel character choices. It's out there somewhere. I think they are working on a Marvel game though. I think that's what they're doing next.
Yeah, I mean, well, I don't know what they're going to be doing, and we're going to have to wait and see, really how it all. Again, with the whole thing about what is it? The whole thing with Crunchyroll being sold off to Funimation, and then also TMZ being floated potentially to Fox. And we talked about that last night. There is clearly a situation here where what we're seeing is
all the assets.
They're selling off everything. So I really wouldn't put it past them to do that. Okay, sorry. There was a super chat, 2 super chats that I missed. Oh, 3. Shit. I'm sorry, guys. I missed God damn. The chat's been going so fast. I've been missing them. I have to bring it up here on the website just to make sure I get to them real quick. I apologize, guys. That is not on purpose. It is really just, oh my God, fucking YouTube. What are you doing? It's not letting me look at him now. Great. Anyway, Moisture here, $2 said Tyler Perry's Medea as Sabine. That'd be pretty funny. Okay. Sure, why not? Mo Moon for $2 says, love Idle Hands. You guys are missing out. Damn straight, Mo. Good to know. I got a little bit of backup there. And then Rational Skeptic here with $2 says, react to the Children of Men opening scene, which we'll do that towards the end. But I'll bring it up right here. It's 2 minutes long. It's very good. And then so there's that. All right. So okay. And then H Bart's here says, I think Rational Lefty said, yeah, I found it. Thank you very much, man. It was Andromeda. The name of the Kevin Sorbo show was called Andromeda, which I agree with Luke here when he says Kevin Sorbo's Twitter is fucking sad.
Yes, it is.
I mean, there's nothing that ever, that meme of him going disappointed. There's literally nothing about Kevin Sorbo that is not the living embodiment of what that meme is.
Disappointment, yeah.
Complete Complete disappointment. But anyway. All right, let's see here. Remember when Tia Carrera had her own Indiana Jones show? Oh yeah. It was like Relic Hunters, I think is what the name of the show was. I remember that being on UPN. So that was definitely back in the day, man. I know, I agree with Drake here. Used to be a huge fucking fan of Sorbo's Hercules. Me too. I loved it when he teamed up with Xena, man. The fact that they had an interconnected universe of characters 20 years ago on the WB is insane.
I know, it's very impressive.
It was impressive because it was all part of the same production. They kind of led the way with that, and that fans loved it. Fans loved crossover episodes. I mean, you had the different gods. Like, there's actually a guy named Kevin Smith, who is not the Kevin Smith. He's an Australian actor, and he was I think he was Ares and Hercules and Xena, and he popped up in both shows. You know, they had a bunch of actors that popped up in both shows, and it was like that was interconnected back then, which is basically unheard of.
Yeah, hold on. Ryan Gosling was the young version of Kevin Sorbo's Hercules.
Yeah. You know, and Heath Ledger, his first show was a weird medieval show. It was a show called Roar on Fox with like, oh God, who played Zora in Rise of Skywalker? Felicity.
Wait, who? Felicity Jones?
Not Felicity Jones. She was in the show Felicity. What's her name? I'm so Felicity actress. Carrie Russell, that's it, right? Carrie Russell. She was in the show too. It was a whole stuff way back in the day. Let's see here. All right. Yeah, there was a lot there. Batman, yeah, a lot of Ryan Gosling was in it. A lot of people were in that. I mean, back in the day, man. The Watcher here asks a question. Have you ever seen the movie The Three Ninjas? Oh, yes, I have seen Three Ninjas.
Yes.
I remember when Three Ninjas came out in 93, I was visiting my dad, who actually lives at the time about maybe 20 miles south of where I'm at right now. And they did a special sneak preview one Saturday afternoon of Three Ninjas. And I walked to the theater by myself and I watched the movie. And the whole way back to my dad's house, I was like doing karate, I was a fat kid. So imagine a fat kid who doesn't know shit about karate trying to imitate karate walking through this town. And I saw Three Ninjas in theaters, I think like 2-3 more times that summer. I went and saw it again and again and again and again. I had it on VHS. I saw Three Ninjas Kick Back, the second one. And then I liked that one quite a bit too, even though they changed some of the actors, which I wasn't a big fan of. But I never saw the other ones that they did. No, I think I saw the third one, but I don't really remember it. But here's the thing too, is by the way, John Turteltaub directed Three Ninjas. He also did National Treasure movies.
Oh, really? I didn't even know he directed that.
Yeah, Three Ninjas is fucking great. I love Three Ninjas. And then also, Moisture here with $2 more says, did you see DC's What If tweets? They were pretty funny. I saw some of those tweets, yeah. And people were rightfully mocking him. I think they said, what if they did something? And I said, what if like your corporation actually gave a shit?
Wow.
Come on, Matt. It was funny.
I deleted the tweets. I realized I came across as overtly hostile, and that wasn't really my intent. And then HBar's here with $5 says, Duncan from Monsters at Work was as Sabine. fucking Duncan, dude. Fucking Duncan.
Wait,
you guys haven't.
Miranda Cosgrove looks Asian. Oh, that's not good enough.
I don't know what. Hold on, Miranda Cosgrove nationality.
She's not Asian. Is the thing.
She's not Asian. What is she?
No, HBart said that she looks Asian, but she's not.
Oh,
Asian.
she's Spanish, Portuguese, Sephardic, Jewish, Swiss, Italian, and Maltese.
And not Asian.
Not Asian. Not Asian. Yeah, Nasian. She's Nasian.
What?
What? Nasian, not Asian.
Well, maybe she's just an Asian. Maybe she's a Caucasian with no cock. Oh wait, I guess that does make sense.
Well, she doesn't have a penis. I mean, she might have a penis. We don't know what she identifies as.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
You know, yeah, that's you got to watch out for that. You're gonna get canceled, Andy. You're gonna get canceled by.
I'm gonna get canceled.
You're gonna get canceled. You didn't even know what Two Spirit was. That was the funniest thing. Okay, Bite Me says my last Sabine choice is Baked Alaska.
Wow, this Philistine didn't know what Two Spirit was.
Come on, bite me. We're not. Come on, Sabine. Sabine would never storm the Capitol and then live stream herself doing it. She wouldn't get caught. There we go.
What?
You don't. I'm not going to go down that shit. Do I remember Beastmaster? Yeah, of course. Are we talking like Beastmaster 1, Beastmaster 2, or the Beastmaster TV series?
Oh, speaking of that, you should watch Beastars, man.
Oh, I'm. Yeah.
Beastars.
Vera Farmiga was also in the Roar 97 TV series. Wow, that's crazy. So, that's H Parts here wants to know, Annie, did you call Miranda a man?
I don't think I did.
That's good. That's going to be fighting words.
I call everyone. I call everyone a dude or man. So
yeah, Ryan here says Matt has a lot on his plate. That's very true. That's very true. I have a lot on my plate. Jess here's like, you should watch Golden Boy. I'm gonna get to it. It's just like I have to find the time to do it. I have to do it. Anyway, let's talk about the other news on the original thumbnail I made, which was Powerpuff Girls CW pilot star Chloe Bennett exits project.
Yay! Her career is not gonna die. Yay!
Yeah, that's what I said. I said it's a good career choice to not do.
Thank God.
Fuck. This show's gonna be terrible.
No,
it is gonna be terrible. It is gonna be terrible.
The show's not gonna make it to air. I'm predicting it right
now.
now.
It's absolutely.
Wait, you think it's dead in the water now?
I think it's absolutely dead in the water. Yeah. Because they said they're gonna recast for this fall. We'll go through the article real quick here. But what we're gonna do, because as we are kind of getting into the last 30-40 minutes of the show here, I would say I'm gonna bring up. Hold on. Sorry, my brain is fried. The voicemail number. If anyone wants to leave a message, we can listen to it and react to it. And then also, if you guys haven't already, do me a solid and leave a like. Hit a like. We got 84 people in here. Hit that goddamn like. Appreciate that. Don't worry about subscribing. Hit the fucking like. That's what I want. That's what Daddy needs. Anyway.
Wow.
I'm tired. It's been a long day. All right, so what we know here is Chloe Bennett has stepped down as one of the 3 leads in the live-action CW pilot based on the Powerpuff Girls. Bennett was set to star as Blossom. It doesn't look anything like Blossom, but whatever. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
And then it's currently titled Powerpuff. The show was originally in contention during the pilot season earlier this year for potential fall air date, but the CW decided to redevelop and reshoot it instead. Because he called it a miss. He's called it a miss.
And the CW says that, you're fucked.
Yeah, exactly. And then never mind the fact that that these guys also, like, if you ever read the leaked screen pages.
Oh, it was terrible.
It was it was so bad. Like, I don't mind, like,
it's so bad it was offensive.
It was like, I don't mind lesbians in shows, like, not at all, but like the equivalent of the dialogue surrounding the sex was more or less like Scissor Me Timbers, It was South Park level dialogue meant to be taken as serious. This is from the writer of Juno, by the way, and so it's going to be terrible. Now, apparently, and according to an individual with knowledge of the situation, Warner Brothers wanted to extend Bennett's option as they reworked the pilot, but scheduling conflicts forced her to exit instead. Casting for a new third Powerpuff Girl will begin in the fall. I don't see it's gonna. I don't see it going forward. I agree with you, RJ.
Well, what's the agenda and not just canceling it now? Then I don't get it.
Well, because they're gonna try to find somebody probably.
But here's the thing, right? Did they already refilm the pilot with Chloe Bennett, or did
No,
they?
No, they're reworking it right now.
Okay, so they haven't filmed the new pilot yet.
Yeah. Yeah, they haven't filmed a new pilot. She left. They're trying to extending the option. But look, let's be fair about what this probably is. All right, what exactly could she potentially be doing that would get in the way of scheduling conflicts?
I don't think it's scheduling conflicts. I think she just realized it was a bad mood, decided to get the hell out of Dodge.
I don't know, man. Look, I mean, for one, okay, let's be fair. She signed up for it. She, if they wanted to extend her option, that would be a good way to get about it, and saying scheduling conflicts would work out. However, what is currently going on over at Marvel?
The Marvels?
No. There is a show that is in the process of getting ready to start filming.
Oh, Secret Invasion?
Yep. So
Would she
according
be
to
in it, though?
well, I mean, now with the multiverse being open, it's definitely going to be anything. Anything's possible, right?
True, but here's the only caveat to that. Up until this point, the MCU has never wanted to acknowledge Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. They like to bring that show.
Up until this point. Up until this point. They've never wanted to do it.
But would it be a rebooted version of Quake in the MCU?
Well, I mean, it would probably be a rebooted version. I would assume. But Mikey, the very first scoop that I got from Mikey Sutton, or that I heard ever mentioned around Mikey Sutton, was back in August 2 years ago of 2019, and it was about Quake going to the Agents of S.W.O.R.D. show. About Disney, about them doing a Disney Plus Agents of S.W.O.R.D. show. And you know what? We saw a sword pop up in WandaVision at the end of Spider-Man, Far From Home. There was obviously the sword base. S.H.I.E.L.D. at this point is gone. Sword's going to be in Secret Invasion. I mean, here's the thing here. Sorry, I thought I had this up on the screen already. Sam Jackson prepares to play Nick Fury in BTS Picks. So, him posting, here's the beard right here.
Awesome.
Of that. But they're getting ready to start filming it here pretty soon. Amelia Clark has been cast in it. She's openly acknowledged that she's in it.
Yeah,
and
since she's playing, what's her name? It's the green-haired lady spy that works with S.W.O.R.D. I forget her name.
I forget. I don't know the name, but we'll find out. Well, guaranteed we'll know when the show comes out. But this is the thing: this is obviously something that they're going to want to find a way to make it all work. And Quake was a very popular fan favorite character.
Yeah, and it's smart for Chloe Bennett because
it is smart for Chloe Bennett.
I'd rather do a Marvel Disney Plus show than Powerpuff Girls.
You know what I think they're gonna do? I think that they're gonna end up saying it's a branch timeline. They're not gonna go through with all the stuff that happened in the Netflix shows, but they'll say that it exists within the multiverse. That's what I think they're ultimately gonna go with. And there might be some things that they can bring over that are similar. I do think they're gonna bring over Daredevil because everyone wants that, and some of the elements of that show. But I don't think it's gonna be part of the same continuity.
Yeah, they'll cherry pick. They'll cherry pick what people like from the previous television shows, but then they'll just reboot them and say no, they're different. So actors you like. But
well, I do think they'll also leave it open and say that was part of another universe too, so it doesn't feel too invalid. I think that's probably the angle that they'll go with to make those shows not feel like a waste.
Probably. I wouldn't be too surprised about that, to be honest with you. If that's kind of what they did. But, all things considered, I think anything is possible with this now. I think her exiting the show could be because it's going to be shit. Nobody was for it. Nobody was championing for it. Everyone was like, this is terrible. And then if she bailed. But it could also be because she's going to be, if it's scheduling conflicts, it could be because of Secret Invasion, which then again, look, that's going to go into Secret Wars and they're really building up over there. It would be a better career move to go ahead and make that jump to find a way to connect. I do think that because originally Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was supposed to connect to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and it did for the first 2 seasons. It did. I have a feeling that they're going to try to find a way to make it work, to bridge it over, because Feige is really good at giving fans what they want, and the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. fan base is pretty high.
It was a good show. It was a good show.
But here's the big thing: are they really going to want to tie in something that they can't have on Disney Plus yet?
I thought
it is on Disney Plus.
Oh wait, all the Netflix shows are on Disney Plus?
No. But Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is an ABC television show. It's not.
As is Agent Carter.
And so is Agent Carter. And then with the whole thing with and we'll talk about that next with the animation stuff.
Okay, then maybe they can't fit in those at least.
Yeah, there's a lot going on with that right now. But real quick here, I do want to make sure I catch up on the super chats before they get too far ahead of me. Command Unit here, another 30 shekels. Thank you, sir. Says 40K is heavily inspired by 19th century European imperialism and World War I in a world partially inspired by Lovecraft and Tolkien and Starship Troopers book. It's also a British franchise, so yeah, dry humor. This is like watching, because I know you've been showing us these previews, and that's cool, and we all really, really like them. Here's what I don't get, is why hasn't Netflix or Amazon come in and just scooped this shit up? Why haven't they put out a movie?
Or something about
they could put something like this in that trailer we just watched. Even the other things we've been watching. Put that crap, not crap, but you know what I mean? That stuff in theaters. I would go see it. I think other people would go see it too. You know, it's not going to end. I don't think it's going to end up with today's technology, especially if this stuff is being done by fans at home. I don't see it turning into the same problem that Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within had. I just don't.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see. But thank you very much for that one, obviously. And then H Barts here says that $2 here. He says that Criterion is releasing Citizen Kane on 4K, which I'm very excited for, to be honest with you, because I love Citizen Kane is a fantastic movie. And then also, you know, movies like those older films that are up-res to 4K look great. You know what I mean? There's a lot of I love that they're doing that. The older movies look fantastic, so I think it's gonna be pretty good. So we'll have to wait and see on that one here. And then Moisture here with $2 says, could What If introduce us to the mutants?
Honestly, anything's possible.
Potentially, I mean, they might, maybe not this season, but obviously future seasons as they get closer to rolling out the mutants.
Yeah, I think this season they're going to really focus on making sure like the general concept of the multiverse is fleshed out, you know. Explore each individual MCU movie and like go back and like do a spin on it, right? Don't go too crazy just yet. I mean, it's gonna get crazy, obviously. We're not like so far that it's gonna like introduce concept that's like gonna affect the main universe too.
Yeah, I completely agree. Hold on here. DC here says Kevin Feige didn't want Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. to bring Coulson back alive. He cut the ties ever since. That isn't true. That isn't true.
Well, it was the divide with the Inhuman stuff.
It was that was season 3 of the show. When they started doing the Inhumans thing, he was building towards an Inhumans movie, as we know from the Phase 3 reveal in 2014. And the Inhumans were set for what, 2018, I think is when the Inhumans were set for?
No, 2019 before Endgame.
Sorry, 2019 before Endgame. Thank you. And then...
you cut out. Damn it.
Damn, and then what happened? I'm in fucking suspense,
we're never gonna
Matt.
know. We're never gonna know.
We're never gonna know, Matt. We're never gonna know. God damn.
Hold on. It should be back now.
Yeah, now it's working.
Okay. What I was going to say with that was they, at the end of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 2, they introduced the item to make the Inhumans, and then all Season 3 is Inhumans. So they were building up to it. I mean, Luke, there's an 8-episode arc in Season 1 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. that ties in directly with Captain America the Winter Soldier. I mean, it runs parallel, featuring same characters.
Also, Age of Ultron, they explain why the Avengers are at that Hydra base in the opening of the movie.
Yeah, and there's even an actor at the beginning of Age of Ultron, a Hydra scientist or Hydra commander who was even in Season 2 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So no. This isn't Feige cutting connections. This is Ike Perlmutter versus Kevin Feige. So I'm just, that there's a lot there that...
Well, I will say this. If they are going to connect it back to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the first sign of that's going to be in the... Miss Marvel show, because canonically in the comic she's an Inhuman. So if they explore that origin and they bring back Inhumans in that show, then I think the seeds will be sown.
We'll have to wait and see on that. So with any luck, they're going to find a way to make it work. So there's that. Leprom here, if I could talk. You fractured your back in April following doing a delivery. How did you manage the fall? Like, how did I manage the healing, or how did I manage the fall? Because I broke it with my back. I got 3 mild compression fractures, and because of the shitty ass insurance that DoorDash has, it took forever to sync up with the orthopedic clinic. So they healed before I could go in and get any proper. I'm fine, but I could have healed a bit better, I guess.
All because of bad lighting in an apartment complex.
Yep. All right. Okay. So, all right. Community here with another 15 shekels. Thank you. Says that's why Warhammer Plus is a thing. No, I agree with you, but I'm wondering though, like if Warhammer Plus, because of all the problems we talked about with that, and how small it seems in scale and scope, if it's going to be able to like bring in new people, because if they put it all behind a paywall, a new person is not going to go in there and potentially pay a subscription service for something. I think that they're going to have to probably do something really crazy with that. So, so we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, Micah here says, what if sucked? Completely disagree.
I'm curious as to why you feel that way. I'm just curious.
He said, there, I said it. What About It sucked. It was great. I loved it. Okay, and Andrew Dunbar here with $10, man. Thank you. Says, since Games Workshop and Warhammer come up on this channel from time to time, pretty frequently actually. Here is their approach to continuity and retconning. Instead of retconning lore, they just stop talking about said lore. That's not good. That seems like a bunch of dead ends and terrible storytelling. But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, it's a little concerning because like you drop stuff and never answer it, you know.
Yeah, fans don't like that, as we've learned over the years. They want you to continue this stuff. Anyway, he says here, I can't with What If right now. I don't know. Eric Z asks, what are your thoughts on Geeks and Gamers and the fandom menace taking over Vegas? Super spreader, lack of mask wearing. You know what? I wish them all like the best. I am praying for them. Take that for what you will.
Yeah, I'd be a little nervous right now. I am from Vegas, and I hear the numbers are going up pretty bad over there. So.
Oh yeah, and I don't really expect many of them to be wearing masks. So
They're not.
I just don't. Yeah. Rational Skeptic here says Amazon is producing a Warhammer 40K live action show. Oh really? Really? That's interesting. I haven't heard about that yet. But then again, Rational, what did you send me privately today? Huh? What did you send me privately today? You scamp, you dirty little scamp. So you know what? I'm gonna hold off on taking things you say unless you provide an actual working link, buddy. You know what I'm talking about.
I'm very curious as to what the hell happened.
Remember that the image I posted in the DM? The one that I said to send to Eddie?
Oh yeah.
That was him.
I was wondering where he got that from.
No, he made it. I can make it. I could show you guys how to make it right now. It's very easy to do. And then Andrew here with another $2. Thank you. Says Jar Jar Who is this Ryan Johnson of Who You Speak? Oh man, Ryan Johnson. One day he'll probably return to Star Wars, and that will be everything. All right, so here's the thing. I know Micah there was talking about what if can't do it, can't deal with it. Just wait, hold the fuck on. You felt like they emasculated Steve Rogers and they hinted that the Magic Kingdom were Nazis.
What?
I mean, like
that was Steve. I didn't feel it was a different character than we got in the first Avengers, or not first Avengers, the first Avenger. I mean,
how do you completely misunderstand the point of Steve Rogers and the first Avenger? The point is he had the heart. He was the same person before and after he got that power. He had you know,
if they demasculate him, it'd be him being jealous of Peggy or something. But that didn't happen.
Yeah, dude, he was gonna he was even though she was like almost double his size after that, he was still ready to snoo. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, he was 100%.
He would have climbed her like a redwood. And then, you know, like none of that. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I don't know.
That was great. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I don't know what you're.
What about the Magic Kingdom?
I don't know about I mean, what, Disney? I don't know. I don't know what he's talking about there. I don't know. But I'll tell you. We posted a link. You got to DM me. I can't see links. I can't get links over here on StreamYard. So you're going to have to like send me a DM me on Twitter. All right. And I can see that. All right. But here's the thing. Marvel Studios is planning multiple new animated series following the debut of What If. Now, we did hear about this last week when they had talked about, when they talked about expanding and getting more into animation. And honestly, if this is how they, you know, look, I'm saying like this is something that could really, and I agree with Grace Randolph on this after having seen it. This is something that could wholeheartedly really hurt DC. I think so. I think like when it comes to like,
it's going to be a stomp. It's going to be a kick in the nuts.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. If this is all for Disney Plus, Disney's going to invest the money. Currently, Warner Brothers, as much as I love the DC animated direct-to-video movies, and I'm not talking about their legacy content.
No budget.
DC's legacy content is amazing, and they have a long way to go. Marvel does to get a fraction of that. But...
And here's the fucking thing. Look, I know DC's animation is overall still pretty good, but we're far away from when Bruce Timm was running the show and had all.
I know. Like that's what I mean. Like the legacy of DC, you can't take back. But here's the thing. Currently, their current plans, they're great. Like, I'd like The Long Halloween. I thought it was a tremendous movie. But the difference is they're not going to be mainstream like this is. This is like reaching the normie audience who's like not into the animation like we are as DC fans, right?
Yep.
And like I said, I would just be very concerned because they're going to spend the money that Warner Brothers fails to do so for their animation
Who
projects.
the fuck outside of DC fans gives any care about like the DC animated stuff these days? Like it used to be mainstream, like, you know, when it was Batman the animated series and like, you know, Superman and Justice League and Justice League Unlimited and all that shit. That was appealing to like a larger audience because they pushed it out there, they advertised it, and they were putting it in places where people were looking. But they're not doing that these days. They don't give a fuck about their animation.
Well, my thing is, like, again, it's not an issue of quality. I think DC animation's still very high quality, at least as of late. You know, you might not have different movies you don't like, but they're still good movies deep down.
Sure, no, I
agree
with
issue is
that.
that it's the issue of allocating resources and giving them the proper budget and, like, again,
Well, yeah, that's
making
the
it
problem.
mainstream.
Exactly. They don't get enough to realize what they could potentially live up to, the full potential. If they did live up to that potential,
They make the best of what they got.
I know, and that's just kind of unfortunate they can't do more because they're clearly talented people who could do a lot more than what, you know, they're given.
No, I get that. Hold on, I'm trying to. Okay, I wanna give a little bit of thought to what Micah was saying there about his super chat. Let me just bring this up here because he's talking about how you didn't see the imagery with the castle. What he's talking about is the castle at the end of What If being very similar, apparently, to
like the Cinderella's castle.
Yeah. That's what he's kind of getting at here. I got some screenshots of both here. All right, we'll bring them up here, and I can't get them side by side without going into Photoshop. But all right, so this is the castle from the movie from the show last night, right? Mm-hmm. This is the castle. So you've got that, okay, and then this is the Cinderella castle. Like, I mean, I don't really see this. I see like it's a castle and they have similar designs, but I think you're referring to like the spire. But I mean, it's not the same thing.
This is like people when they were like, "Oh wow, it says sex in the sky and the Lion King." It's like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, or you know, it's not the same thing, man. This is not the same.
Disney is not going to try and paint themselves in this perspective.
Yeah, no Marvel animator is going to be like, "Yo, man,
let me throw this
all this time."
Yeah,
get the fuck out of
here. Let me throw in Walt Disney's the firehouse or whatever it is, the little secret room. You know, we're gonna put that right in there in Nazi Germany. I just don't see. I see what you're kind of getting at, but I just don't see it as being the big thing. So anyway, all right, we'll just quickly take a look at this article here. So it says here, Marvel Studios' What If, which marks a critical creative milestone for the MCU, as the title suggests, the show takes full advantage of. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, fine. We already know all that stuff. All right, so the show also marks the MCU's first ever foray into animation, and it's far from its last. As executive producer Brad Winderbaum explains, Marvel Studios already has multiple animated series in various phases of development. I love that. That is producer speak for we got a lot of shit that we're working on.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not all like in any. What that means effectively is that not everything is going to be, you know, what's the word I want to use here? Like, it's not anywhere near like either like in the development or in the production phase or post-production phase. It's just all over the place. And he says here that there's a second season of What If and a series of photoreal animated shorts centered on Baby Groot that are already in production.
What do they mean by photoreal? Like basically like the exact same CGI we've seen in the movies?
Probably a lot better.
Haven't we already seen like the logo and everything for that Groot series?
It looks like a cartoon, like a little kid's cartoon, not like a.
I don't know. I don't remember that at all.
You don't? It's coming out like soon-ish. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's coming out at the same time around the Guardians Christmas special.
Okay, well they haven't even shot that yet, and that I think they're shooting that after they're shooting Guardians 3.
The same time. They're shooting at the same time.
Oh, same time. Oh, that makes sense. That does make sense. Now Winterbaum says here that the company was driven by the recognition of the creative freedom. Was driven by the recognition that the creative freedom demanded by What If, including staging new versions of major action sequences from just about every movie within the MCU. And that it's only possible through animation. That is actually very true. And I saw someone today kind of complaining about that, complaining about What If, and like they said, oh, well, once they kind of have the Nexus event in the episode, because that's basically what it is. If you watch Loki, what happened in What If is effectively a Nexus event. It's kind of paint by numbers. And I'm like, well, the paint by numbers aspect makes sense because it's what if Captain Carter was the first Avenger. It's still roughly the same story. It's just a different protagonist. So the beats are still going to be there. The beats are still going to be the same. You know, plus it's kind of like The Force Awakens. What they had to do with that was ease people back into Star Wars.
Right.
You know, everyone can sit there and bitch and moan about the Force Awakens being identical to A New Hope, which it wasn't, but it had similarities. Thematically, yeah, there's a lot of overlap, but it's not like 100% a one-to-one copy. The goddamn thing still did $2.2 billion. Yeah. So people still liked the way that it felt, and they went back to it, which is why I think The Last Jedi is so polarizing. But anyway,
I know they said there's no current plans for animated features, but I think they mentioned that they would be interested in working with Pixar for like a Marvel thing, like not connected to the MCU, obviously, but like, you know, like Big Hero 6.
Like Big Hero 6. I love Big Hero 6. I don't know. What'd you say, Annie?
I just think that that's like a match made in heaven. That could potentially be something amazing if Pixar and Marvel like did a collaboration. That'd be cool.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't have to be MCU, but it could just be like a separate story with characters they don't plan on using.
Yeah, if they did something, if they did Marvel Pixar, that would be a big thing. But I also feel like with the animation studio side of it that they're building up now over at Marvel, they're probably not going to want to go to Pixar.
Yeah.
But then again, I mean, they're doing fucking Lightyear, so
Lightyear looks really cool.
I want to see. I really want to see Lightyear. I have no problem with Lightyear. I know a lot of people are going to complain when it comes out because Chris Evans and not
Tim Allen. But it's younger Buzz Lightyear though. It's younger, and plus two, it's like the real life version of the character that he voices, right? So
yeah, because the idea there essentially is just that.
It's basically like the Buzz Lightyear TV show, the cartoon, right? Where it's like it's the actual story of like the Rangers and like the actual man behind Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah,
and the toys.
Yeah, and it's always and the joke there effectively is like, you know how Tom Hanks doesn't voice Woody in the toys. Oftentimes it's his brother. It's his brother that does it. And so it's kind of that same joke of where it's just not the voice actor from the show.
Yeah, it's like major hot movie star.
Yeah, because they couldn't afford the licensing, so they got Tim Allen. It's just like, you know. So there's definitely a meta joke in there about licensing rights for voice actors and everything. And I think that's going to be lost on a lot of people. But I think it's actually pretty awesome, to be honest with you.
So I was going to ask you in regards to like the animated shows, like, well, two things really. One, I have a feeling that they're using What If to float out potential live action versions of these characters. Like I think obviously Captain Carter is going to be in live action at this point.
Yeah,
like,
big one. Captain Carter's huge. Yeah.
I think that they're going to use some of these templates to like float out different ideas for multiverse storylines that could bring it to live action. And two, what other series do you think they could do in animation? Like, could we get like a Howard the Duck cartoon on Disney Plus in the MCU, or like?
Well, they were trying to do a Howard the Duck cartoon. They were trying to do Howard the Duck on Hulu. Actually, it was MODOK, Howard the Duck, and like two other shows, and they were going to be called Marvel's Offenders, adult themed animated shows. This was under Jeff Loeb, and when Feige took over, 3 out of the 4 were taken out back and shot. And the one that survived was MODOK. And if you guys haven't seen,
in production.
It was already in production. And MODOK is actually really good, but they haven't had any movement on a season 2. And I really hope they give us a season 2 because MODOK was exceptionally funny. I just think the biggest problem was that they dropped the entire season at once. And I think it was kind of like a one and done sort of thing because there's no build up to it.
Yeah, there's no hype.
There's no hype at all. So there's that one. But okay. So a couple super chats to get through here. I just want to make sure I get to them because you guys are being super generous this week, and I am so thankful. You guys have no idea. Andrew Dunbar here, another $10, man. Thank you. He's talking about Warhammer. Says here that it's actually kind of a brilliant approach to managing continuity. The first Warhammer 40K character was an Inquisitor named Obi-Wan Sherlock Cousteau, and but he hasn't been mentioned in Decades. Okay, I get that. I completely get what you're talking about on that front. I understand that entirely. I still think, though, that with the lore that seems to be out there now, that they might want to, figure this shit out. So, it's, there's that. But I will say this, though. This was sent to me by Rational Skeptic here, talking about the live action Warhammer 40K TV show. And this was actually from 2 fucking years ago. This was from 2 years ago, and there's been nothing on this in 2 years. So according to IGN here, this is what they're saying. Warhammer 40K is getting a TV adaptation from Frank Spotnitz, the creator of The Man in the High Castle, which, as we learned, that's a good show. You guys got to check that one out.
Yes, it's a great show.
It will be the first ever live action adaptation of the popular tabletop game.
I'd love to see a good adaptation of Warhammer, honestly. That'd be great.
Oh, yeah.
To see it more mainstream, honestly. I'm sure some fans might be apprehensive to that idea, but still, it'd be good for the franchise, I think.
Mainstream doesn't always mean that it gets watered down. Sometimes it does. That is unavoidable.
Yeah, but like Warhammer fans are really dedicated and I don't know.
Yeah.
They just really seem really into their thing. You know what
Oh
I
yeah,
mean?
no, I mean clearly Andrew here and clearly Command Unit are super into it. So, and that's pretty good. All right, and so it says here that the TV series will be called Eisenhorn and will adapt the Warhammer 40K spinoff novel of the same name, which we were talking about that the other night. In fact, I still have the Reddit link up that for Eisenhorn. I need to sit down and read through it. So the novel centers around Gregor Eisenhorn, an inquisitor and leader of a band of investigators that wages a clandestine battle against demonic and alien forces that mankind is at war with. Which, I'm not going to lie, it sounds at this point very much like what Amazon is going to push for. Hardcore science fiction, bloody as fuck shit. That's what I think they're going to go for. And all things considered, I'm definitely I'm definitely here for it. So
I'm on board,
I think it's gonna be pretty great. Thank you very much for that, Andrew. I appreciate that one. Hold on, what's Chile going on here? Is he bitching about what if in the chat?
I have no clue what's going on.
Oh yeah, okay. I know. I love it there. He's like, oh, all she did is just not go upstairs, and that's what created it. Yeah, that's called the Nexus event, dude. Go back and watch the pilot episode of Loki. They kind of explain it. I'm serious. They explained it in there. So. Maybe we'll need to do a what if call-in show. Maybe on Friday I will, or something, if there's nothing going on. There's been a lot happening this week. I know people want to do the call-ins. I want to do it too. There's just been a lot going on. I very much appreciate my friends coming on and helping me host. There's just been a lot of news. Anyway, Command Unit here with another 60 shekels. My God, man, thank you so much. It says the current Warhammer Plus is just started the platform, and the content will come later. While currently mostly featuring fan content funded by Games Workshop, Eisenhorn TV series is a book series adaptation. Well, has there been any movement on it? I would love for there to be some movement. It's been 2 years. There's been even The Last of Us, from when they announced it to when it started filming, only took a couple months.
Yeah.
So it's 2 years. We're talking a full year before the pandemic. So what the hell's going on? We need to.
Yeah, I was gonna say Chile. I'm just curious as to what you mean we don't think deeply about this stuff anymore. I'm just curious what you mean by that.
I don't know. I have no idea what's going on. We'll have to wait and see on that. But okay, so I want to get into probably like the last one of the night. Let me just try to find the link here. I had it. Okay. So what we have here is talking about Tom Hardy and Spider-Man. This has been kind of a hot topic all day, one that I kind of missed out on. And but I wanted to bring up this particular clip that the Hollywood Reporter News is playing. We'll listen to this and react to this. Because, obviously having Venom and Spider-Man is going to be very big and very profitable for everybody involved.
Tom Hardy is saying he's been actively campaigning for a Spider-Man and Venom crossover. Speaking to Esquire, the Venom Let There Be Carnage star admitted that he's been trying to make a crossover between the two movies happen, saying, "I would be remiss if I wasn't trying to steer any kind of connectivity. I wouldn't be doing the job if I wasn't awake and open to any opportunity or eventuality or be excited by that." Despite his passion for a film featuring the anti-hero and the friendly neighborhood hero from Queens, the actor admitted that there were some clear hurdles, such as the rights deals around the characters, that might complicate this effort, but not a hurdle that can't be jumped. Should both sides be willing and it be beneficial to both sides, I don't see why it couldn't be. In the meantime, Hardy said he was going to continue pushing eagerly to make the Olympic level feat a reality for him and his fans. "I hope and strongly with both hands push eagerly toward that potential and would do anything to make that happen within what's right in business." During the interview, the actor, who will receive a story credit on the upcoming Venom sequel, also teased a potential third movie, telling the magazine a third won't be greenlit until the second is successful, but the studio was really pleased with number 2. For more on the story, head to thr.com. And for the latest movie news and updates, keep watching The Hollywood Reporter News.
So, Tom Hardy wants this really bad.
Yeah, I think it's also interesting that Sony's very happy with Venom 2. They feel very confident about it, which is a good sign.
I'll tell you this. I'll tell you why I'm not surprised about that. I'm not surprised about that because obviously the pathway moving forward for Sony and Marvel is exceptionally clear. It is very crystal clear. They've all but confirmed it at this point.
Well, yeah, because I'm wondering if they do Venom 3, what the hell would the story even be? Because it's is he just going to fight another Venom goop monster? Come on. The next logical step has to be Spider-Man.
Secret Wars.
It's got to be Spider-Man.
No, I think it's going to fucking happen in Secret Wars, because when did the original start of that fucking black suit arc start? Back in Secret Wars. I think they might do something like that. The real question is it going to end up with Venom getting that fucking, its proper goddamn logo? I hope so. I want him to look comic accurate. I want him to have that fucking logo. I miss it. It looks really weird, him not having that in the Venom movie. I don't know. That just makes me uncomfortable. I never liked that. It feels wrong. The character is really well, adapted otherwise. It looks really comic accurate, but he doesn't have, his main logo on his chest. It's kind of weird. It's like if Spider-Man didn't even have his logo, you know what I mean? It's just kind of...
No, I get that. I don't know. I'm looking forward to Venom 2. I hope it's good. Hopefully it lives. I think hopefully it'll be better than the first one. It looks interesting for sure. And I think obviously it makes business sense. They got to work something out to get Spider-Man in there.
Did you not like the first one?
It was okay.
Yeah, it was okay. Yeah.
Wasn't in love with it, but it was okay. It was a decent movie.
I liked it. Oh, I went into Venom not thinking it was going to be that good, to be honest with you. I was like, all right, I'll watch it. Ruben Fleischer, Venom.
I went in expecting it to be horrible.
Yeah, and I had a lot of fun with it. I walked out liking it. I've watched it definitely a few times since then. And actually, the more I watched it, the more I started to really like it. So it kind of grew on me on home video. The thing is, look, fighting against the pandemic and the way things are right now, Venom 2 is going to predominantly do better in China than it would be here in the States. Let's just be real on that one.
Huge internationally.
It's huge international, and international theaters are still open.
Wasn't the first movie pretty big international?
Oh yeah, well that's what put it over the $800 million mark. Was no one expected. I mean, Venom did well actually in its opening weekend here. It overperformed in its opening weekend here in the States. I think they were it did over 80 million. I think they were looking at 30 or 50 million or something like that. It actually overperformed. And then it did well in China as well. But then again, look, that came out the first week of October 2018. And by the first week of December, 2 months later, it was already on VOD. It was already on video on demand, So there was a fast turnaround for it then, and it still made its money overseas. So I think look, Sony through Amy Pascal and Tom Rothman and everyone who's Avi Arad, unfortunately, everyone is going to be handling the projects over there right now. The biggest issue is that they want to connect to Marvel, and Tom Hardy wants to connect to Marvel, and Marvel wants that Spider-Man connectivity as well.
Well, because they want Spider-Man to stick around. They don't want to lose him.
Well, yeah, exactly. So I mean, look again, Morbius. You see Victor Toombs, or not Adrian Toombs, not Victor Toombs. That's the guy from Chronicles of Riddick. But no, you got Adrian Toombs. You got Vulture popping up. That character is that was a deal.
I don't know what the hell it's even all about. If, like,
well,
if
because they're setting up
something.
Sinister Six. They're setting it up. I don't know to what capacity they're going to set it up at, and we don't even know if what we saw in that trailer, if what we saw in Morbius, well, no, it was meant to come out before Spider-Man. So I was going to say maybe it does have something to do with the multiverse, but probably not, even though now it's coming out afterward, unless it gets delayed. And honest to God, anything can get delayed at this point.
True. That's why I'm fearful for Venom 2 and Spider-Man No Way Home, because it's like, if Sony's very pleased with how the movie's turning out and they have faith that it could be like a major box office win for them, they're gonna hold on to it, both those movies, because they obviously Spider-Man's their top franchise. They don't want to lose money, and they want to make sure like they stay profitable, in the green, so to speak, right? So
yeah, I think it's gonna be. There's a lot there that's gonna be unveiled in the next few months, and at this point, there's so much speculation surrounding literally everything that it almost becomes too much. I'll be honest with you. It almost becomes to the point of where it's like, how many people are going to be disappointed?
Especially the No Way Home speculation. Like,
well,
shit.
and I say that at the same time as Melissa here with the $2 super chat. Thank you, Melissa, asking thoughts on Toby and Andrew in HR. I'm assuming in Spider-Man or in HR. What's HR?
I don't know what NHR is.
Yeah, but I think I know what she's saying there. I mean, no, I want to see it. I thought that they both were excellent Spider-Man. I love Tom Holland. I love the other two.
It's going to be an incredible movie going experience for sure. Like, I can't wait for that.
Yeah, if there's a lot there, then if they do it, they're going to have to do it right. And I think under Kevin Feige, who did produce the Raimi Spider-Man movies, and having Doctor Strange with Sam Raimi and everything else, I think they are building towards something. And I think it's going to be fascinating. But at the same time, my approach to it now is very much, I'm just going to chill out. I'm just going to like, I'm not going to sit there and overthink it, because you just never really know. I also don't want to be disappointed. That's my other thing too. But we also don't know anything until we see a trailer.
Yeah, all the rumors could be wrong. They're not even in the movie.
Yeah, they could entirely be.
Daredevil, nothing.
I'll tell you this, if I was a studio, I would purposefully drop fake information. To mislead everybody. I really would. I think that because then
Isn't
it
that
would
just
be
setting up your fans for disappointment, though?
you know what? If you come out there and you keep saying don't believe everything, then they believe it. That is on them. But you also want to make sure you're protecting the integrity of your property. If you want, it's like, look, like they were able to keep Luke Skywalker a fucking secret. Until, like, all the way through,
I don't
because
know how they did that.
it was all done in house. It was all done in house. They kept Han Solo a secret. And Rise of Skywalker, they secretly flew, Harrison Ford privately over to London. They brought him on, a very few amount of people on set. No one who didn't need to know didn't know he was there. They shot their scene and then they flew him back. Like, it was like a one-day thing, I mean, and that was something they can do this. And a lot, if it's all done in-house. The problem is when it goes to these third-party companies, right? Mm-hmm. It wasn't Disney in-house or Lucasfilm that leaked out the Rise of Skywalker. That came out of Bad Robot. So
yeah.
On
Bad
that front,
Robot is like notoriously very leaky.
Oh, super leaky. And I do also think they did that on purpose in order to kind of set expectations. I do. I think somebody wanted to set expectations going in. And then also Rational Skeptic here with $2, man. Thank you. Says Tom Holland filmed a cameo for Venom 1. Did he?
There was a rumor of that he filmed like a blink and you'll miss it cameo during one scene in the streets or something, but I don't know if I believe that.
Well, I thought like there was something I saw. Well, it's kind of like that rumor that Tom Jane had a cameo appearance in Spider-Man 2, because there was someone
during
that looked,
the MJ running.
Yeah, it looked like there was someone who resembled Tom Jane, like a stunt double or something. I mean, that's been debunked, but it's yeah, all those things kind of happen. And then also Benson here with £5. Thank you. Says, Matt, I thought Zod Rider and his goons behaved appallingly on his stream. Most hadn't even watched the Suicide Squad. Accusing Gunn of being a pedo was disgusting. Well, I mean,
I'll say this as someone who watched it. There was some people on there. There's a guy on there that didn't even watch the movie. He just said, I read the leaks and like I know what this movie is. I'm like, sweet merciful Jesus.
Yeah, well, no, they're all, look, those guys are just high on their own farts, and they have their echo chamber, and that's where they are with that. Unfortunate. But thank you very much for that. I know, man. I scrolled through the stream and I couldn't listen to it for more than like 30 seconds. It just drove me nuts. All right though. So let's I want to quickly get over to the couple voicemails real quick here. So here, look at this this thumbnail for the District 9 Podio commentary, youtube.com/Podio commentary. You guys can check it out right there. And then, all right, that should be good. So yeah, check it out. Give me a listen. It's a new format too. It's all, I tried to go visual and have that. All right. So couple voicemails, to listen to, this first one here. Let's hope, we can hear it.
Hey, Matt, this is the cool guy. The thing I want to ask is, what's the latest on missing cat? I remember you bringing it up a while ago. It's kind of been not very talked about very much. Thanks, and see you later. See ya.
Thanks for that, man. It's been about 3 months and he hasn't come back yet. So that's
I'm sorry to hear about that, dude.
Yeah, that part sucks, man. I was actually just out I was thinking about him a lot today. I took a nap this afternoon, and usually when I would lay down, he would come and lay down with me, and I toss and turn, right? I flip over pretty often, and every time I would flip over, he would always get disturbed. So he would walk around the top of the bed, and I would always feel him like on the pillow or like right behind the pillow as he would come back around to like recenter himself. And today I was doing that, and I could have sworn I felt the pillow behind me moving, like it would have been him, but it was probably just a dream. So it's unfortunate, and we miss him greatly, and there's nothing we can do. We can just hope that if he's alive, he's safe, and if he's not, then all I can say is I hope it was quick. That's all. That's it. That's all I can say. I just feel bad because my 3-year-old has been asking for him like every day. I'm like, what do you tell a 3-year-old? It's been 3 months. She misses her cat. So thank you. I mean, I thank you for asking. I thank you for asking. And then we got Anthony is calling in with the voicemail. So this is what Anthony has to say.
Hey, Matt, it's Anthony. How you doing, buddy? I'm doing great. I'm doing a lot better than last night. Anyway, I just rewatched Spawn. I just rewatched Spawn 1997 for the first time. Any thoughts on you haven't seen it, and what's your thoughts about the Spawn reboot Tom McFarlane's working on? One love, and we'll talk later.
Thanks for that, Anthony. I don't know if you guys have seen the Spawn 1997 Spawn.
I have watched it. Yes,
I have seen that. Yeah,
it's not good.
It's a bad movie, but it's kind of enjoyably bad.
Yeah,
it's a token of the era. It's worth a watch if you're interested in that sort of thing.
I keep hearing about the Spawn reboot that Todd McFarlane's working on. I don't think that movie's ever happening.
They had well, Jamie Foxx is attached to play Spawn.
Yeah, Jeremy Renner in there too, right?
Yeah, I believe so. And there's other things there that they have that they've been, it's just I'm telling you guys, I just think like I think HBO, I think what Todd McFarlane's waiting for is HBO Max.
Yeah, that'd be a perfect streaming movie.
Well, because he already has the relationship with HBO, because that is where the show was. And he even, I just read an interview, I forget like even how the hell this came up, but I was reading about this like just a couple days ago, where he talked about like, I think it was maybe something about the movie, and it's like people were asking for more Spawn after the 97 movie. They wanted a sequel. They wanted to see more. And to be fair, so did I. I wanted to see more back then as well. But the way Todd McFarlane explained it was like, he's like, well, we had the HBO show, We did like 3 seasons after the movie came out, and that is how people got to see more of Spawn. Was they got to watch it on TV. And I think I just forget the context of reading this quote, but I literally just read it. And I think it might have been in regards to like What If. It might have been a reference to What If. But I think that's very true. It's like, people, I think doing something like the Spawn movie, this hard R version that Todd McFarlane wants to make, in my mind, I'd look at it as being something that should be for streaming. It would be great on HBO Max. They clearly want like hard R content. And if they wanted to do like another animated show, I mean, they've already got, they're like this, them and Amazon are the streaming services you go to for like hardcore R-rated superhero stuff. And Spawn's got a deep following. Or maybe Paramount Plus, because they were, they've also got like all the old MTV stuff. Like they're bringing back Beavis and Butthead and South Park and all that shit. I mean, hell, they just announced 3 new seasons of SpongeBob today?
Did they?
Something about like new seasons of SpongeBob from like the I can't say the original creator because he passed away.
Yeah, Steven Hillenburg passed away.
Yeah, but I've heard like they just signed a deal for new. So I don't watch or care about SpongeBob, so like that's why I didn't bring it up. But I'll tell you what I found out though. I think today it might be today or whatever, or just recently. Doug, Rugrats, and Ren and Stimpy all premiered on Nickelodeon on the same day.
I know, that blew me away when I saw that today.
Yeah, I watched all of those shows as a kid. I freaking loved those shows as a kid.
Yeah, those were the OG Nicktoons, you know?
I know.
That's why they premiered them all on the same day, because each one of those shows was different and had something different to offer, like a different like demographic that it could like hook in, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I completely agree. Real quick here, we got another super chat from Command Unit Buddy. Thank you. It says here, I think what blocked 40K live action adaptation was the CGI tech and the cost. The Mandalorian has opened the gate for 40K TV shows and movies. Oh no, 100%. Like the volume technology, never mind like the upcoming Unreal 5 engine.
It's game changing.
It's completely game changing, and we're gonna see that stuff eventually make its way into the home market, and you're gonna see modders come on in and just like knock stuff out of the park. You're going to see homebrew animation that's going to like rival, and some of that homebrew stuff these days too is doing real well. It looks as good as you would see like, at these studios. So yeah, as it gets more accessible and cheaper, that's going to be something that's going to be a lot of fun to see. Yeah, I agree with you. I can't wait to see what Mandalorian does next. What comes from the Mandalorian.
The seasons are only going to look better and better. Like, the visuals are going to get incredible.
Well, from season 1 to season 2, they expanded the volume.
I know, you could see the difference already.
So, Andrew here says, for $5, thank you, Andrew. The whole story of Todd McFarlane managing to lose the rights to some of his characters is frankly hilarious. I don't know that story, but I will have to look into that for maybe a Podio commentary. Talk about Spawn or something.
The story of Spawn in Image Comics is like a really fascinating thing to like dive into. It's a really rich and interesting story.
I really thought that Image Comics allowed like them to continue owning the rights to the characters.
Yeah, that was initially one of the ideas. I'm not too familiar with the story myself, but that is one of the things that Image promised. Like the creators would own the properties.
Okay. Well, we'll have to. I'll have to look into that because I honestly don't know much about it. But I always like those kind of stories, so thank you very much for that one. All right, guys. Well, that's gonna be the end of the show right now because I have got to. We have a big fire in Washington. The air quality is gonna be shit, so I kind of want to get some sleep.
No, is it a forest fire?
It's a forest fire. It's not near me, as far as I know. But the air quality is gonna go to crap.
California was having some of the air quality was so bad. I was like, oh Jesus.
Let me see if I can find it because I was on Twitter before going live. I happened to come across the wow. Why the hell is Gotham City Sirens trending right now?
Because in the Hollywood Reporter article, they mentioned that it's very likely that's what James Gunn's doing next.
Oh wow.
Oh really? Which Hollywood Reporter article?
It was an article where they talked about the future of James Gunn in DC following the Suicide Squad. They said. There's a bunch of options on the table for him. It looks like Gotham City Sirens is the most likely one.
Oh, hold on. Let me bring that up then. God, I gotta go to bed, but like, nope. Let me make sure I follow this account. No, now I don't like the new color scheme on Twitter.
Oh, the new font size and everything.
God, that's terrible. It's
Everyone's
terrible.
bitching about it.
I don't like it either. I like the older one better. This one hurts my eyes.
It looks
does.
fine. It's whatever.
I mean, the font's different. It doesn't really bother me that much.
I
but...
thought you were gonna like point out like.
Damn, dude.
What? No, I was bringing up. I was gonna come over to it.
You were zooming in a little bit on that. That was,
No, I did. I made it full screen.
Damn, dude.
Jeez.
Can we just talk about that instead?
If you want me to zoom in and enhance, I can. All right. So it says here there's been rumblings of a Gotham City Sirens film since Suicide Squad. David Ayer was originally set to do it, and after Birds of Prey, I'm not saying that title.
And the fantabulous emancipation of one Harley Quinn.
That killed the movie, in my opinion.
Yes,
that title was so terrible.
Fantabulous.
There was online. I like the word fantabulous, and you know we don't often talk about the term emancipation and why it's important. But still, what I'm just saying, just saying,
right.
You know, there's that. There was online buzz about Kathy Yan taking on the project. God, I hope not. But Gunn may be the one to actually bring it to fruition. In a chat with THR, Gunn said that he felt that he had a knack for writing Harley Quinn, and that Margot Robbie was his favorite actress he's worked with. Robbie expressed similar enthusiasm for Gunn at the premiere. Another team up between the two seems like a natural answer. Now, here's the thing, though, is Viewer Anon was saying the other day that audiences just don't really seem to care for Harley Quinn anymore.
I disagree with that.
And I've seen Grace Randolph say like the same thing.
Well, she was also saying in her box office report that Margot Robbie needs to be careful because she believes that what they're going to end up doing is floating out a different version of the character to compete with her in live action. So she's saying basically Margot Robbie should be a little nervous because they might try and replace her.
That's not going to happen.
But she's like really good casting. I don't think anyone.
A Gotham City Sirens movie, if handled correctly, would be a major hit. It is funny though.
It would be huge. It would be massive.
It is funny though because you want to know. I drove deeper into the trending. You want to know why it's trending predominantly?
Why?
People really don't want James Gunn to make it. They want a female director. They want Kathy Yan to do it.
Those aren't real people.
Oh, they are definitely real people. I'm just saying that's social media for you.
No, they might be quote unquote real, but they're not real. All right. Like, look, Birds of Prey would have been better directed by literally anybody else. It just would have been. Kathy Yan brought nothing to the table. Like, she brought nothing to the table.
I thought there were some interesting visuals.
Like what? Like, are you talking about like with the action sequences that were directed by Chad Stahelski?
No, I'm talking about like some of the camera work in some scenes.
Like, I mean, when she was on the roller skates, that was kind of cool.
I feel like it's a very bare bones compliment of a film, though. You know,
I haven't rewatched that movie in a long time.
Maybe I need to go back.
I didn't have an issue with the directing. The directing was fine. It was the script that was the problem.
The script was pretty bad.
And but I've warmed up to some. Well, I've warmed up to some aspects of that movie. It's not great, but I don't hate it as much as I used to.
I would
the
like.
First time I saw it, I was just bored. That's
if
the
there
thing.
was,
I was just bored.
If there was a, what sort of one? If there was a sequel, right? I would give it a watch, because I would go, okay, they've established the characters, good or bad. They've established the characters. Now we don't have an introduction. Now we just get a team up movie.
Yeah, now we don't need the origin story.
And so okay, and then let's go from there and see what happens. And
I want more Black Canary, dude. I want more of
Journey Smollett.
Yeah, Journey Smollett.
I mean, coming off of Lovecraft Country, yeah, she got Emmy nommed, right, for that one?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, I mean, they should look into that.
I love Mary Elizabeth Winstead as well.
She just had a kid, so she's going to be out for a while.
Oh yeah, Ewan McGregor.
Yeah, Ewan McGregor cheated on his wife with her and then knocked her up. He did. He cheated on his wife with her.
Ooh, that's a little.
I know. Obi-Wan, the home wrecker.
I love. Yeah, listen, Ewan McGregor is a treasure of a man. I don't understand why that happened.
You know, I know.
I can't blame though. Mary Elizabeth Winstead is, you know.
It's Winstead, not Winstead. It's Winstead. Where are you getting the wine from? It's like
I've had too much.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, dude. Go back to watch Sky High, right? Or Death Proof from you know, she's in those. I want to see this new one she's got. That what's it called? Kate.
Oh
The
yeah,
new-
Kate. Yeah,
the coming to Netflix here next month looks pretty interesting. I mean, it looks like a cyberpunk movie, so I'm kind of down for that. And it also feels like it's a Birds of Prey, like it's a Huntress continuation is kind of what it feels like. So
yeah,
should be interesting. Now Benson here for £2 says, but Zod Rider says Gunn is number 2 at Marvel.
he was number 2.
Zod is no.
I thought
Gunn was
Luis Esposito and Victoria Alonso were number 2.
at this point. Victoria definitely is number 2. Victoria is.
I think. Well, yeah, maybe.
I mean,
think
nah,
Luis
I-
Esposito's pretty up there too.
If you were to ask me my pecking order, it is Kevin, Victoria, and Lou. You know, because you know what I want though. You know what I want. What I wish Marvel would go back and do the one shots.
Yes, I agree.
But that's kind of like what if is. Did you hear? Because we were talking about this last night with what if. Is it going to be a continuation? Is it going to be like one timeline per season or something?
No, it's not. It's not.
Yeah, apparently everyone is they're going to be different. So that's going to be
So they're almost
interesting.
so each episode's like a one shot kind of, but they will
it's
later,
like a one
maybe.
shot. Yeah, it's a
I mean, I
30
could have
minute.
told you that because in the trailer there's fucking zombie Steve Rogers as Captain America, so clearly that's a different continuity. I was
Well,
thinking
yeah.
that while you were doing your review, because I guess you guys didn't put that together.
Well, Well, no, we did mention it. Actually, I think RJ did mention it.
I did mention in the review. Yes.
And I'm like, well, yeah, maybe. I don't know. I wouldn't mind if they would have it be in the same continuity, but you never really know. But okay, guys, on that note, I'm going to wrap the show up. Thank you guys so much. Check out underhaven.org. You can check out Annie doing this show.
Yeah, I'm going to be having Saggy on tomorrow. So
Oh, that's good. That's good. Hopefully
Good luck with that. Don't burn the house down.
that's going to be a spicy show. That's going to be spicy. So spicy.
Yeah, now if you're a DC fan, Titan season 3 just went live on HBO Max.
Oh,
hell yeah.
All right. Well, I'm not going to go watch that. I think I might go watch Beastars. I haven't seen seasons 1 or seasons 2, so I'm not going to dive into it.
I haven't watched them either yet. I'm gonna binge through them the next couple of days and then check out season 3 and probably review that on my channel. So
real quick here, Andrew Dunbar, $5. Thank you. Right at the end, man. Thank you though. Says Lovecraft Country was one of the worst scripts I'd ever had the displeasure to sit through. Like I passed the pilot episode or just the entire thing. I don't know. I mean, I liked Lovecraft. I loved the setup for Lovecraft Country. I feel some of it was a little bit iffy, but you know what? At the end of the day, I really enjoyed it. But thank you for that. And then Javier here says, no, Matt, please stay. I need you. I want you. Yeah, but daddy's got to poop. So there's that. So for the final 54 of you guys that are here, thank you again for coming and hanging out. Everyone who's watching this on the VOD or whatever, thank you for coming out. We'll talk tomorrow night for another episode. And if there's not a lot of news going on, we'll try to get the phone calls. As always, there's a voicemail line right there. You can call in 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Leave your comments and your questions. I'll talk to you all later. Have yourself a great night and peace.